बात करू नये. चेक 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 चेक.
बैटरी डाउन
आपली ऑरेंज वायर आहे ना. हा. चालू केल्यानंतर 1+2 मधून रेड वायर टाकायची ना. चेक 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 चेक. हॅलो 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 हॅलो.
मी चालू कर.
इसमें लाइव पे जाता है ज्यादा, इधर नहीं आता. आप बोलो तो सही, उसके बाद ही दिखेगा ना, पहले कैसे दिखेगा. नाही नाही व्ह्यूज नाही. नाही नाही व्ह्यूज होईना. चॅनेल नाव काय आहे?
आवाज बंद कर.
Check. Bowling change for the strikers. Mittal Joshi coming into the attack. This is a big game for both the teams, and I'm sure many of us would be watching us live on YouTube. The very big name in the that circuit. Mittal to begin his spell. That's a good ball on the offside. Dream delivery to start your spell. JNS would like to consolidate now after losing the wicket uh, in the unexpected fashion of a run out. Mittal coming up with his second ball of his first over. And good collect by Chintan, but it's a wide delivery. And we have umpires Ajay sir and Samir sir partnering with us throughout the tournament. So big kudos to.
Check, check, check. Hello, hello.
And we have our partner in commentary now, Sam, joining us. So good afternoon, Sam.
Thank you, Guru. Lovely afternoon today. The entire season now culminates, and this is the climax, the finals that everyone has been waiting for, and which promises to be a fantastic match. Perfect conditions today, and strikers have drawn first blood, one wicket down.
For 20 runs. That's a good shot on the leg side, but only for a single. Viru making sure that he stops that cleanly. So Sam, what do you think? What would be the good total here? Batting first in the
That's a
final.
very good question. That's something that GNS needs to think about. What would be a good total on this ground? Because we've seen a lot of matches with a score of 175 plus, and at the same time we've seen some close matches, low scoring matches. So uh, pretty much end of the season, I think wicket will keep a little slow today. So it'll be interesting how GNS goes about the business and what they think is a good total. I think anything above 150, 160 should be a fighting total.
Thank you very much, Sam, for answering that. And how much would you feel the strikers would be looking to control JNS for?
Guru, strikers have had a very good season this year, and uh, I think they will be comfortable chasing anything around 150. Anything about that, the pressure of the finals, and everything, I think they will try to keep them below 150, which should be a comfortable target for them.
All right. So what we understand from the commentary box here, anything over 160 would be very difficult to chase, but the strikers would love to control JNS. Anything under 150, that would be their aim to stop the batting side. Here comes Mittal again. Some work for umpire Samir over there, spreading his hands to call yet another wide of the over. How about Heat, Sam? We are
Oh, it's
feeling feeling the same in by sitting under a shade of a tree. How about the players out there?
it's definitely difficult conditions, but I think players all look fit, and they've been playing this long tournament so far, and I think they've been ready for this. Nice ball again from Mittal.
That's a good way to end the third over. So after the costly first over, the strikers have come back strong in the next 2 overs, also taking the wicket in a form of run out.
Also, Guru, I think the teams batting first need to take the maximum, benefit of the power play, because we've always seen that once the end of the power play, the wicket starts getting slower, and with the spinners coming on, runs are not easy to score. So will be interesting how GNS goes about it.
Yes, the spinners will play a crucial role in this match. And if you have seen the semi-finals which were played the last weekend, I think the spinners controlled the game for all the teams who played last Sunday. So the spinners are going to play a crucial role in this match. And yes, the power plays are also very crucial, because when you get a good start, when you get good start, teams try to take the advantage of it in the middle overs as well.
Raj once again in bowling, second over for him.
Raj was unlucky in his first over, getting few edges, missing the wicketkeeper's gloves, and that's a good shot on the offside. Sam, what about that shot?
Through covers. Fantastic shot.
So Atul looking in a very good form. I've scored 4 boundaries in the inning till now. Have you played against Atul, Sam, by any chance?
He's,
will you
I think,
put some
in the
light on
league,
his
he's one of
batting
the
skills?
best batsmen in the league, and strikers would really like to get his wicket now. We've always seen that once he gets settled in, it's very difficult to get him out. He's then goes on to make a big score.
So dangerous batsman Atul for the strikers, is it?
Most definitely.
Raj to continue his over. They will not look for any tough runs now, the JNS, after losing the first wicket in a form of run out. Some breeze going out here. So some soothing for the fielders. Puneet, who took that first run out, would be aiming to have a go for any other chance which he gets. How many
Strikers are heavily dependent on Raj. He's one of their main strike bowlers.
Yes, he bats for middle over for them as well, so a good contributor to the team.
We've always seen with Raj, he's sort of a bowler. If he gets into his rhythm, he really can make a crucial difference. At the same time, GNS would be looking to get a few runs off him to so that he doesn't get settled in.
That's a short delivery. I think it would only be a one. No, they will run for the second on the throw. That's a good running from
That's
JNS.
very good running between the wickets.
They're very good running between the wickets,
Yes,
right, Sam?
both batsmen seem quite athletic, and they're making the most of it.
So the score reaches 22 after 4 overs, Sam. They were 13 in the first over. 23. 30.
So end of 4 overs, 30 for 1.
So not a lightning start for the JNS team, but Sam.
Yeah, I think they would be looking to keep some wickets in hand and then go strong in the last 6-7 overs.
Okay. Do they have big hitters in the team as well?
Yes, I think they bat quite deep.
Okay.
So it's important that they probably get, I think, 70 or 75 of the first 10, and then then reassess the target from there.
How many in this last 2 overs, Sam, according to you, the JNS will try for?
I think they will try to get about 15 of the last 2 at least.
So the JNS
Last 2
would
of
be
the power
happy,
play.
you know, if they reach 45 by the end of power play, because the spinners.
Fantastically driven
that's
through
a
the
very good
covers,
shot, but
misfielding, and will cost them a boundary.
yes, it will definitely cost them 4
Between
runs.
the
and
legs.
it's very difficult to guess the fielder from here, but nevertheless, it was misfielding.
These runs are costly runs that should have been stopped.
But it was hit with some power, Sam.
That's true.
I think that was the difficult for the fielder out there. So Atul looking aggressive in this over. He understands that there are only 10 balls left in the power play.
Yes, ball coming nicely onto the bat. He's a very good player through covers. Anyone who can drive like that through covers, you can easily make out that he's a quality batsman.
Absolutely, I mean, that's the hallmark of any good batsman, the cover drive. And I think Atul has shown 2-3 cover drives till now. Mittal again missing his line. In total 3 wides by him. Since the runs were difficult against the spinners, do you feel that it would have been better if they bought a spinner early in the attack along with Raj, Sam?
Maybe, but I think Mittal is trying to get his overs through in the power play. But it's important that these extras, they need to start doing something about that, because all these singles, 2 runs, are going to make a big difference in the total. Hit through the offside again, straight to Aziz.
It's a good batting that from Atul. He calculated the speed of the ball very quickly. It was a slower one, attempted slower one from Mittal, but it was a very easy guess for the batsman over there.
So far, we've seen batsmen are quite comfortable with pace. I think they are quite comfortable with the faster bowlers. It's probably the spinners that will trouble them more.
Correct. But
Oh,
balls
that's a nice
like
one.
this,
Yes,
you know, are troubling the batsman. I think
this is one thing that everyone needs to keep in mind: the ball keeping low. The odd one is going to keep low.
Yes.
And hitting across the line or is always quite a risky option.
If this is how the ball behaves throughout the match, I think 150 would be then a very, very, very challenging score for the strikers to chase. Is it the last ball from Mittal? So no, 2 balls to go. Comfortably over 36 runs, JNS. That's a good shot. Aziz has some work to do, and
No, these are costly runs. It's
good
lucky
that
it's
he
not
was
a
able to
boundary.
get some hand
That's
to the
true.
ball.
That's true.
It's
It's cost him
2
one
runs.
more, but
Yeah.
could have easily been a boundary.
Definitely, for sure. So a mixed performance in the field by strikers.
Yes, we had a lovely run out from Puneet, but we've also seen some misfields so far.
Oh, that was a good throw. Had it hit the stump, it would have been close, Sam.
Yeah. There's been the running between the wickets so far has been quite good between these 2 batsmen, especially.
I think JNS are known to run well. I mean, all their players look fit and they run very well between the wickets.
Especially conditions like these where boundaries are not easy to come by. All these singles, doubles, converting the singles into doubles is really going to matter in the end.
And here comes Mayur Bhai, the match winner from the semi-final match for strikers. How important his spell would be, Sam?
Seeing what he had managed to do in the semi-finals, I think strikers will be really looking forward to him giving them a breakthrough. He's again one of those mystery spinners, with a slow loop. So one has to be careful on a slower wicket like this. it could very easily, it sometimes you just get fooled into playing a wrong shot with a bowler
Yes,
like
I
this.
was coming to the same point. When you see him ball, you suddenly feels that it's very easy to come by.
Yes,
But
a very similar action to Mohinder Amarnath. He's just, seems from the action it seems like a nothing bowler, but he's done wonders for the team so
Sam,
far.
I'm too young to actually remember how Mohinder Amarnath used to ball. But if you're saying so, it's a good
Easy arm
comparison.
action. He has a very
Yeah,
easy arm
easy
action.
arm action. So the strikers would be keen to have their second spinners to do very well for them. Mayur Bhai relaxing his shoulder, and this is gonna be a key moment for the strikers. If Mayur Bhai also balls as good as Raj, these 8 overs would be definitely, yeah. Look at the ball, and it stopped for a second. That's a good throw from Mittal.
Direct hit, but batsman was well in.
Was well in. Yes, they also have Puneet, the left arm spinner. So
Yes, he too is he can really turn the ball. So we should be seeing him in action very soon.
and Jassi as well, the leg spinner. So we can very well see a full 16 overs from the spinners for strikers. Sam.
At the moment, it seems like probably the last couple of overs will probably one of the faster bowlers will come in, but I think they will be looking for at least another 13-14 overs from the spinners. With Mayur Bhai, I think the issue is going to be that the batsman needs to create his own pace. He's going to be bowling really, really slowly. So on this wicket, if you can.
Yes, Puneet once again. This time some fumble, but it will only be 2 runs.
Atul has generally favored the offside. That's also a sign of a really good batsman when he can play comfortably on the offside.
Yes.
Very pleasing to the eye, the way he bats.
Absolutely. I think the strikers captain would want Mayur Bhai to slightly overpitch the balls, give the chance of taking wickets because to slightly overpitch the balls, give the chance of taking wickets because again a misfield. Allowing Atul to be off strike, and he'll again be on strike, I think probably in the next over. So this is a good delivery.
Yeah, as soon as he pitched it up, he's troubled the batsman.
So I think he'll try to correct his line. The next over he comes to ball Mayur, and that's the spot he should aim to ball at. Only then you allow the pitch to play their role. That's again not a good attempt on the field by Hitesh, and the coaches would not be very happy by looking at this fielding performances.
Fielding has been a little bit lazy, and it has cost them, I guess, about 10 runs so far, which in the context of the game can be quite expensive. Strikers really need to get their game in action again.
Definitely. I mean, if you are playing against a good side like JNS, who has the habit of playing in finals and winning many of them, I think every run stop will matter to them.
Yeah.
So after the power play, I think the score reaches 49, well above 45 at what we both thought for.
Yes.
So I think the JNS would be very happy with this performance, and they look to take the advantage of the power play in the middle overs.
Bulk of the scoring so far has been done by Atul. He's, I guess, 31 in quick time.
Yes, Sam, you're right. He's on 31 from the 49 runs scored by the team. So he's looking well settled, I think, for another 50 in the tournament. Sam?
Yes, he's one of those batsmen, as I said. Once he gets in, it's difficult to get him out, and he's looking to play the full 20 overs.
But I think strikers won't won't need that. For them to restrict them under 150, this is the wicket they should get. So, who amongst the bowling lineup, Sam, would you feel should come and try to stop Atul? Since you play with the strikers family,
I
so
think it's you will probably see Raj and then Punit coming in. They are two bowlers who can also uh, get some spin off this wicket and can trouble the batsman.
all right. So when we all thought that it would be spinners from, I mean, we cannot say both the ends because to avoid time we don't play at both the ends here. But spinners to continue after power play. Here's the medium pacer Hitesh, who bowled brilliantly in the semi-final match.
Yes,
One good strength about Hitesh, he bowls wicket to wicket, Sam.
yes, and he was very instrumental in their semi-finals
Yes.
win over Rising Strikers. Gave them important breakthroughs in his first spell. I think he got 3 wickets in his first spell.
But do you feel Atul will try to take charge over Hitesh?
Considering how they are at the moment at 49, they should be, because now will be the ideal time to really score runs. They
That's a
have had
good
a good
stop from Aziz,
Yes.
the captain, showing everyone by the example. You're saying something, Sam.
Yeah,
I'm so
so
sorry.
Atul will definitely look to get a move on, because they're comfortably at 50 for 1 at the end of the power play, and this should be the time when they start looking for those boundaries.
Yes, because at the end of the day, it's a 20 overs match, and suddenly 2-3 good overs can give pressure to the batting team. So they will try to take the advantage of the start. So here's the first landmark for the JNS team. 50 up after losing a wicket.
So other than that one run out that we've seen, the bowlers have not been able to trouble the batsman much. We saw some movement for Raj. He had a good over, but other than that, it has been quite comfortable for the batsman so far.
Absolutely. There's been no trouble, and that's a loose delivery.
That's a very loose delivery. Batsman's not going to miss out on such deliveries. A full toss on the leg side.
I think if there was any player from the strikers family who could have stopped that, was Jassi, and looking, him reaching there. I mean, he was not able to reach there. Speaks the power of the shot, Sam.
Very yeah, but it was a nothing delivery. A full toss on
Correct,
the leg
correct.
side, on the leg stump is always with batsmen of this quality. You can always expect that it's going to go to the boundary. Aziz now getting into the action, trying to cheer up his bowler, probably get his asking him to relax and just bowl with his length and line.
Appeal for caught behind, but it was just to disguise the umpire from calling the wide, I think so. The overall body language, Sam, of the strikers team, I think.
It is a bit subdued at the
Hmm.
moment. I think they need a spark. They need a couple of wickets to get them. You're already seeing a lot of hands on the waist and shoulders are drooping a little bit. But one or two good wickets and they'll be right back.
Absolutely, one or two good wickets will definitely cheer them up. And the beauty of this pitch is that it gets low at any moment. So when the spinners will bowl in tandem, I think that part of the game would be crucial for both the teams. Hitesh is known to take wickets. Strikers would be happy if he gets one or two here. Here you see the ball, when it's get very low sometimes.
So good end to the over by Hitesh. He
Absolutely.
got his line right, kept it outside the off stump.
So after 7 overs, Jane is comfortably on 54 for 1. And now the strikers would expect Mayur to learn from his first over and try to pitch the ball on the fuller length, because that's where you get the opportunity to create wickets. Here comes Mayur to bowl his second over. Again, short of length, comfortable shot for a single. And that's a very good running between the wicket. Very good running between the wicket from the JNS team. Both the batsmen, irrespective of the trying condition, irrespective of the heat, they are taking the advantage of a misfield. Sam, again fielding.
Yes, that should have been stopped to a single. That these runs may prove to be very costly for the strikers.
Surprised to see Mittal fumbling there.
Atul has been very impressive across different leagues that he's played. He's a batsman who JNS relies heavily on. He gets them good starts. Short in stature, but very compact batsman. And he's technically very sound.
This time Mittal stopping it cleanly. Good presence of mind by CK, covering up for any chance of an overthrow.
So, how do you think, Guru, what does playing in the finals, the pressure?
It's a big match, definitely. That's a good shot, sweeping out.
That's a smart shot. It's
Hitesh has some work to do,
he
and
stopped
that's a
it
very
within the
good
boundary.
good
Very
work.
good.
Using his legs for the good Hitesh.
Stopped it to 2 runs.
Yes. So yeah, answering your question, Sam, I think the finals is always the most important match of the tournament. JNS would be slightly in a better position, because what I
Exactly.
know they have habit of
Yes,
playing
this is
in finals.
this is their forte. They've played so many finals. It's just another game for them.
Correct. But for strikers,
Strikers too. Yes, they've played some. I think a couple of finals this season as well as last year. So definitely, it's not new for them. Watchfully played.
yes, very watchfully played by Atul. Very solid in defense. Another sign of a good batsman. But this would be a very good victory, for strikers if they manage to score a run extra. Again, they're trying for the second run, and what a good running this is. This can be very demotivating for the fielding team, Sam.
Yes, as they say, one for the throw. The throw coming in from the boundary, it's they always know it's not going to be powerful throws, so taking the advantage and 1 run extra. So those ones and twos are now building up. It's now 62 at the end of 8.
I think here comes the crucial moment of the match, Sam. I rate Puneet very high for his bowling skills played with him for a tournament.
Yes, he is a fantastic bowler, a fantastic leg spinner. Let's strikers will really be hoping that they can get him a breakthrough.
Correct. Any which ways, the left-hand batsmen are not easy to play, but he always keeps the ball wicket to wicket, never misses to ball that wicket-taking delivery. So I think that would be the key aspect of his bowling in this match as well. If he manages to bowl well, I think that would be uh, a dream come true moment for him in this finals. because
Yes,
of all the
definitely.
bowlers who have bowled till now, I think nobody has managed to trouble both the batsmen.
Exactly, and he's a very much you miss I hit kind of a bowler who he keeps
Correct.
it wicket to wicket. If you miss it, you can be sure you are either leg before or clean bowled.
Well, that's a good shot in the mid-wicket area. Jassi has some work to do. That's a very good throw, and it would have been a close call at the non-strikers end. Can we count this as a missed opportunity, Sam?
Yes, these are the small things that can change the nature of the match. Unfortunately,
Oh, that's a good shot.
the quality of this batsman is
This is
fantastic.
this
That
is the
shot,
the signature of a good batsman,
you could
Sam. What
you could see this shot in repeat and this is one of the best shots we've seen so far.
absolutely, when we all thought that Puneet would be the go-to bowler for the strikers team, and we get the first six of the inning against his bowling.
How often do you see a batsman hitting a six over covers in our tournament? It's very very rare. That
It's
shows the quality of this
absolutely
batsman.
very, very rare. Raj has some work to do, but I think that would be only two here. And that is actually a very good running by both the batsmen.
Smart batting.
Oh, that's a good
Oh,
ball.
that was a good
That's a
delivery. That
good
was
delivery. Sam, what to say about that ball?
that's the delivery that the strikers need. Completely baffled Atul over there. Missed the off stump by a whisker.
Definitely, it would have been a dream wicket for Puneet to bamboozle the batsman by ball like this.
Whenever Puneet has given flight, he's been able to get the turn of the wicket.
Absolutely correct. I think someone should go and give this message to Puneet out there. They are not taking the advantage of the numbness and the slowness of the pitch. They're bowling too quick, I think, the spinners.
Yes, and that's in favor of the batsman. The more pace that you give on a wicket like this, it's going to be easier for the batsman. New bowler is Jassi. A right arm off spin.
Right arm leg spin. So I think he bowls both the off and the leg spin. So we both are right. and he throws a straighter one in between, gets many wickets of his as a leg before wicket. So he would be aiming for such deliveries, Jussie, and the strikers team need a wicket here.
I think Guru, both these batsmen will try to put Jassi under pressure immediately. It's his first over, and they are in a comfortable position now.
Absolutely, and with leg spinners, you have a tendency to get the ball on the shorter side. You know, you get the loose deliveries from the leg spinners, and that's a good shot
That's a
again
good shot.
over the
That's
covers. I think no fielder can stop that, and this is
exactly as we
superb.
discussed, Guru. It's they are going to be looking to put Jassi under pressure immediately. There's no. They are not going to, let go of any of the loose deliveries or.
Yes, Sam, you tend to understand the JNS team very well. It seems so, but yes, you know, any new bowler, the settled batsman try to take advantage of it, and the same has been followed by both these batsmen here. So when we are all talking about how good Atul is playing, I think Viral is also contributing superbly well in the partnership. Scored 22 runs now off 20 balls. Oh, that's a good
Oh,
ball,
that's
and
a beauty. That's a
yes,
beauty. Once again, that's a
and
beauty.
that's the absolutely beauty of a delivery. And the strikers family would be very happy with this. And this is
Once
a
again, Guru, as you see, as soon as he gave a loop, a little bit of flight to the delivery,
off
it becomes
20 balls. Oh,
extremely
that's a
difficult to
good
play.
ball.
That's a
Absolutely, and this is
beauty.
kind of a
That's
commentator's
a
curse for Viral.
beauty.
We were just praising him,
Once
and
again,
that's a good delivery from Jussie to take him clean bowled. So some happy moment for the strikers in the fielding.
much needed for the strikers.
Absolutely.
The shoulders that started drooping. This is something that will give them their energy back.
So we'll also take a small break, Sam, as the players are having their drinks.
We'll be right back after the commercials.
So back after the break, Jassi would be very charged up after that beautiful ball. Oh, that's a good delivery from Jassi. The more the ball in the air, uh, it gives difficult time for the batsman to think and then play. So we have change in the commentary box. Chirag by joining us.
Hey, good afternoon, everyone. Wonderful day's cricket going on. It's officially it's very well fielded in the point area by Tarun. Surely the fielding side has had an impetus in the last 5 minutes or so. After the crucial wicket of Viral Bhai, he was playing very nicely with Atul. There was a decent partnership going on.
How important you feel, Chirag, that wicket was?
I think it's very crucial to get inroads early into this attack, because we know that JNS can always capitalize on good starts very easily. They are a good side, and we have to be on our best game, on our A game. Jesse again, right arm over, flighting the ball very nicely. It's got the edge, but there was no slip.
Oh, that's
It's up between the fielders, two legs, and it looks ball will defeat the fielder to the boundary. That was lucky from the batsman.
That's the 50 for Atul.
Oh wow, that's a fantastic 50. He's been playing very nicely since morning.
Oh, that's a good inning from Atul.
Now the camp realized that Atul has hit his 50. At the end of 10 overs, it is 82 for 2 wickets. JNS Jaguars has had a decent start. And a keen 10 overs to follow now.
What do you say, Chirag, about the misfieldings, continuously happening in the field?
I realize that I've just come to know that there are a couple of fielders who are nursing an injury. Now, as we see, just the man at third man, Mr. Priyul, he's had a fracture in the left hand. So it's always a tendency not to put your both hands since there is an injury. There have been few mishaps in the field. I would say yes. Against a strong side, you should always attack the ball first up. But keen playoff wicket coming. I think the next 10 overs will be crucial with the spinners coming into the game. There's a good, decent left-arm spinner, as I know.
Absolutely, Puneet will fancy his chances to get wickets on this pitch, which looks more suitable for spinners than the medium pace bowlers.
Yes, traditionally this wicket has always had turn in the second half.
And
it's a slower and lower wicket.
What would be a winning total here, Chirag, according to you? Batting
I think
first?
anything for close to 175 would be a good total. Aziz marshalling his resources nicely, looking to get best out of the fielders on the park, having a chat with the bowler as to what the basic plan for bowling would be.
So 175 if they have to attempt, they have to score 90 in these 10 overs.
Yeah, with the attack, yes, what they have in the second half, the JNS ones.
They
seem to be on course for
low down the orders, Chirag?
Yes, they do have very good batsmen low down the order. They are just 2 wickets down, and their major strength has always been their middle order.
Oh,
capitalizing very nicely on a good start as usual. Keen playoff wickets now for coming in the next 1 hour.
And these overs are going to be very crucial for the fielding side. If they manage to get a few more wickets here, I think they can very much try and close them under 150. That was in the air for a long time, and Keur was hoping that the ball reaches him, but
yes, a new batsman on strike, always he'll take a couple of balls to settle in because the pace of the wicket is very slow. And let's see how the bowler comes up with his magic ball of tricks. Let's see, Puneet left arm over. Oh, that's a short ball outside off. He's played very nicely on the back foot to the sweeper cover area. They're looking forward to a second run, but the throw has been in. keeper collects it very nicely and back to the
The
bowler.
JNS team are very good when it comes to running between the wickets. Your thoughts on this, Chirag?
Yes, they've always been known for converting ones into twos, twos into threes. They have been very active runners.
And that's the learning for all the other teams, who are playing the DATS tournament.
Yes, yes. I would say always with the shot being played, the runner plays a very important role. Here's Puneet again. He's played it very nicely with the soft end. I think Atul has realized that he has to dig in and dig deep and take the game as late as possible into the late 20 overs.
Absolutely, I think he's very calculative in targeting the bowlers. I think Puneet is someone they will try to give respect to.
Beautifully
That's a
bowled,
good ball.
beautiful ball. Yes, well bowled, well bowled. That was good ball from Puneet here. Strikers need some good dot balls and some good overs under their belly if they are looking forward to make a comeback in this game. Puneet again left arm over. He's flighted that one very nicely onto the point area. There's a misfield again. They are looking to convert the second run again. Good throw from the deep. Again, they have restricted it to 1 run.
So there was no run for that ball, but another misfield from the strikers in the field, giving one extra run for the JNS team. Puneet looking very good in this over. Would
Yes,
be
he's
interesting.
bowling very nicely and he's putting the ball in the right areas. He's realized that the wicket is not that great to flight the ball. It's always better to bowl little flatter when things are not going your way. Try to restrict and keep the overs tight as possible. It's the end of the good over as JNS are 11 overs down.
So Jussi coming into the attack from the other end. And how crucial this 3 overs from Jussi would be.
It's very
Chirag.
important if strikers are wanting to make a comeback into this game. Jussi will have to play a very crucial role going ahead into these last 8 overs.
Leg spinners are always wicket-taking bowlers, and Jussi, doing that for the leg spinners bowlers fraternity. How about that
Drifted onto
shot?
the leg side. That's a fantastic sweep by Atul. He's really milking them very nicely. He's playing balls on the merit of the bowlers, the ball, and he's really playing very nicely here.
I think if that shot over the
his-
cover for 6 was
The shot of
a
the day so
brilliant
far.
shot, yeah, but this one was equally good. Understanding the length of the ball very quickly and sweeping it.
Yeah, it's a tough wicket to sweep, and he's done that
Absolutely.
beautifully and fantastically well.
And it was hit with some power, Chirag.
Yes, the fielder hardly 10 yards to move, and he was no
Correct,
chance.
correct.
He had no chance. Can just see flighting it very nicely.
That's a good comeback delivery from Jussi, not shying to flight the delivery. I think what we have seen from this pitch is you need to give the ball the required flight for the pitch to come into the picture. Quicker
Yes.
deliveries are not
He's
turning as
beautifully
wicket-keeping,
flew to flighter
wicket-taking
again.
deliveries.
Ball goes too long off, very safely fielded.
I think Viraj is one of the safest fielders for the strikers team. He hardly misses any chances to catch the ball, if ever there is an opportunity. And the strikers need a good support from the fielders, to their bowlers, because the batting team are really, they're smoothly cruising towards a big total.
He's bowled really nicely after conceding a boundary of the first ball. He's not
Absolutely.
afraid
And
or he's
Chirag, what we
very
have seen
brave
is
to flight the ball.
he's not afraid. And Chirag, what we have seen is the new batsman is not getting so comfortable to bat on that pitch.
Yes.
That's a good shot for
Again,
2 runs.
fantastic
Again,
running from the strike. Fantastic running. So
That's a very good running between the wicket, and this has been throughout the inning so far.
Yeah, this is the characteristics of their batting, that they have always believed that they have to convert ones into twos, as we spoke earlier.
Absolutely.
Not only the bowler doesn't get to settle down onto a one batsman. Again, just see as he comes right arm over the wicket. He's beautifully flighted. That's a full toss, but it's very well placed into the sweeper cover area, where Hitesh again fields it. There's again a pressure onto the fielder, and they convert easily 2 runs. They complete it. That's the end of the over. A mixed bag over from Jassi so far.
So the score reaches 95 after 12 overs. So that's a good batting from JNS. Looking at the way they are playing Chirag, I think they are aiming for that score of 170.
Looking at the start that they have right now, they might be nearing somewhere about 200.
Yeah, I mean, I think that would be a very above par score to chase for strikers if that happened. So
That would be the approach of the captain when he chose to bat earlier.
Hmm,
When he won the toss and he elected to bat, try to bat the opposition out of a main final game. Strikers needs to come up with something very nicely in the next 2 overs if they are have to have a chance in the finals.
Correct, and and what you need to restrict the batting team is the wickets. So the strikers should look to control the runs as well, but wickets should be giving prime importance, because as you mentioned, Chirag, they have a deep batting lineup. So
Yes,
unless
lot
and
depends on the
until
coming 2 overs.
yes, these are going to be crucial overs
Yes.
on how they approach the slog overs, because they're gonna big in the last 4 overs for sure. So these 4 overs are gonna be very critical for the strikers team. That's a good delivery.
Yes, very good
Chirag.
delivery. There are a couple of dot balls. Certainly what the bowler must be looking forward to, and the super strikers as well. Some 2-3 overs of good economical stuff, and add couple of wickets to them, and that will help them to get back into the game. As Unit comes back, he's tried to paddle sweep them, but it's wide as it was far down the leg side. Was well kept by the keeper there. It's a dangerous shot on this wicket.
Yes, across the line, and always dangerous on
set enough
slow
to
wicket.
play actually. He's beautifully clipped it.
There could be a run out here.
Oh, that was the skipper had done well there, but a good clear call from the runner, and the batsman is reciprocated very nicely.
Yes, and the hallmark of the inning, if you leave the good shots, has been the running between the wickets, and I think that thing the JNS team should be very proud of the efforts they take off the field before the match in their preparation. I think that's the result, and the execution of running between the wicket on the ground.
It's fabulous. He's cut that very nicely there.
I think
on
they'll
the
again
sweeper
go
cover
for
area.
the second run. No,
The
this
captain
time.
Aziz Pirani is on the sweeper. There's a change in the field there. He's restricted them to a single.
Yes, that's a good stop from Aziz, taking charge over the ball, not waiting for the ball, and I think that was the key
Has been a
difference
good over
between
thus far. Has
both
been a
the
very good
players.
over thus far. Something to look forward to.
So the strikers
As
would
Puneet
be
comes across from
would
the
be
umpire
looking
side.
out for the third wicket, and if it comes in form of Atul, I think they would be over the moon.
He's again played the sweep it nicely. Tough shot, but a champion batsman plays it very nicely for a boundary.
Absolutely, the champion batsman
He's
Atul.
taken it from the middle and
They
leg
would be over the
and
moon.
swept it very nicely. Played the sweep it nicely.
I think there were talks
Tough
among the
shot,
players
but a champion batsman
to have
plays
that
it
super,
very
I mean,
nice.
fine leg or short fine leg position.
Yes, if you see, he has toyed with the fielder there. There was no
Correct, yeah.
short fine there. All he had to do was to connect to the ball. He tried that in the earlier part of the over as well, where he couldn't do it. But and then on that occasion, it was beautifully flicked down there. So JNS are marching ahead. That's a good comeback ball. It's a dot ball. It's good finish to the over.
Good finish to the over.
I think they have already concentrating on each one boundary each over and trying to rotate the strike on the next balls of the over.
Absolutely, I think that's been the strategy throughout the inning. They are already past 100 runs on board, and they have 42 good balls, 7 good overs to go in this inning. So I think Chirag, they would be aiming the number you just mentioned few minutes before. I think they score of 200. Raj coming back into the
As he's
attack
going
after
back to his strike bowler, Mr. Raj Gogate.
yes.
They need to get the field right for him, right fielders at the right positions.
Chirag, I think Atul will take charge on Raj here because in this tough conditions, he will try to take advantage of the off spinner and go for big shots. He looks very tired to me, Atul. So he would like to take the advantage and score quick runs. What are your thoughts on it?
I agree. Now that's the time for the momentum to be given to the innings now. And Atul's being the senior partner, always he has an upper hand. He can convert the nice balls into good boundaries as well. As Raj comes right arm over, he's bowled it little flat.
And
he's
what
got
a
him.
comeback.
He's got him. Captain looking for a wicket and Raj Gogate delivers. He's rocked the off stump back of Himal Chitalia, and it's a crucial wicket. As we know, he can also turn the tables around as swiftly as he can. That's a very important wicket, Guru.
Yes, that is, and as we are just talking about how crucial the wickets would be for stopping JNS from a big total, Raj delivering it for his captain and for his team, and that's a very good wicket to have for the strikers.
It's crucial wicket. Yes, as a Shantanu comes into bat now. Shantanu is being their aggressive, impetus giving batsman of JNS. It's what a wonderful feeling that all the dads of all the separate schools are getting an opportunity to follow their passion here.
Absolutely, I mean we have not talked on that front, till now. It is actually a very good opportunity for everyone to continue playing the sports they love, continue with their passion, along with their work, and weekends like this I think would be like a charging wicket, charging weekends.
Yeah, something that gives your passion a boost. Such tournaments. We are thankful to Sportivity Ventures. They are giving us live coverage here from our ground, from all the schools from separate parts of Mumbai. Have come up very nicely and played decent cricket throughout the tournament.
Yes,
We are watching the champions finale between JNS Jaguars and Super Strikers.
absolutely. We have seen some good teams battling out in this tournament, and the two best teams from the lot are playing for that trophy today here in Mensakar Academy, Mahul. And this is not about playing only for your passion, Chirag. I think there is tough competition between all the teams who play in this tournament.
Yes, as we see that the level of cricket for the dads as well has improved fantastically well since the last 2 years, where separate teams from, as I told you, separate schools have been enrolling for such tournaments. And yes, the level of cricket has improved very nicely, but couldn't prevent the couple.
Chirag, one question to you: how important is to for any teams in the that circuit to win against JNS?
Oh, they are the A team. They would say, I would say the A level team, and everybody is looking forward to get a good fight of cricket from there, because they play hard cricket, they play contented cricket, and a real good spirit as well. So if you want to be in a finale with a game, I would definitely recommend JNS as the team.
Yes, I think the strikers are ready to take that challenge, and they've shown some good batting and fielding performances throughout the tournament, bowling performances throughout the tournament, which has brought them here to play this final.
Yes, deserving finalist here, as we see Raj coming up from right arm over the wicket. He's bowling it much flatter now, if you realize, because he's realized that it's not important for him to give flight to Atul. Who has been connecting the ball very nicely. Singles won't hurt Super Strikers right now.
Absolutely, I think Raj is bowling it very sensibly, whereas he's giving flight to the new batsman, but he's controlling the flight to a settled batsman.
Yes, here he is again giving the good flight to the ball. Dot balls and wickets are something that Super Strikers are looking forward to. Their ace spinner in,
I think any form of the game, even if there are settled batsmen, if there are 2-3 dot balls, the pressure comes on the batsman.
Yes, it does. It's wow, nicely
Again
clipped
a
there.
good flick on
As
the
we
leg
see
side.
third man fielder running there.
So Shantanu looks very busy batsman, Chirag.
Yes, he is a very busy batsman and he is a really hard hitter as well. He will take couple of balls, couple of overs to get set.
So
So
I think
super
after
strikers need to get their line right
14
against him.
overs. So
As we
after
see 14 overs are being bowled and the scoreboard reads
108.
loss of 3 wickets. Again, there is a change in the bowling where Jassi is bowling in place of Puneet. Captain Aziz Pirani marshalling his resources very nicely here. He's looking forward for that key wicket of Atul Ganariwal, who has been milking the bowling very nicely since the start of play today.
Yes, his look solid since the start of his inning.
Atul watching the field closely where he can score runs as Jassi comes right arm over the wicket.
I think the big shots are coming in this over.
Oh, he's played that. He's taken that on the full and played it in the other mid-wicket area where they are looking forward to a couple, which is easily completed.
Again, example of great running by both the batsmen. There was a slight misfield by Puneet, but the batsman taking the advantage of it. One good thing about Atul, he's hitting hard, but he's making sure that he's playing onto the ground shot, not going for big,
He
big
swept that
sixes.
again nicely near the deep square area. He's settling for the one there as fielder has picked that up very nicely. There's a good release of throw as well, quick release of throw.
Yes, there was
Yes,
a
I
good,
agree. Atul has been playing very nicely and very sensibly. When the ball is there to be hit, he has definitely gone full banter to it. But when the ball is not there, he's just milked it around and rotated the strike so beautifully. Shantanu here viewing the field as he looks positively. Right arm over. Jasdeep Kohli onto the attack. He's bowled it a little flatter. Oh, that was a shot. He was trying to cut the ball. As the point fielder Hitesh comes over and restricts the batsman to a single. They need to field well in the last 6 overs here, or else JNS might amass a big total here. Jasdeep Kohli again to Atul Ganariwal. What a key wicket it would be if he gets it in this over. Oh, he's played that nicely. He's really sensible here. Hitesh has fielded very well, getting
That's a
released.
good fielding
Wow.
by Hitesh over there.
They
Good
must be
bowling
looking
from
for fours and sixes. Singles won't hurt super strikers again, I would feel. They're looking to give the impetus to the attack now.
Yes, since they have wicketed hands, they will be looking to go big. I think very soon. I think they are trying the last 4 overs to attack. Go heavy on attack. Jassi is a good bowler, so I think they will play this over safely. That's a good delivery.
Good delivery. That's a good delivery to the new batsman. This is a tricky wicket to bat on. Any new batsman will take some balls to set in. Captain trusting the bowler to deliver, and he has done it thus far. As there is a change in the field, he's removed the mid wicket down and brought him to fine leg, short fine. Mr. Keyur Gandhi goes there. As just we see him coming right arm over the wicket. He's flighted the ball nicely, and it's beautifully played for a single.
That's a very good run from Shantanu that will keep him on strike. So that takes the score to 114 after 15 overs. So the last 5 overs, I think, now the big hitting from JNS is on cards. Chirag.
Yeah, I think they have slowed down a little bit. If I'll be very honest to you, I was looking forward
Absolutely,
to them
I
being
think
much
they
more
were
positive in the last 2 overs. and no doubt the bowlers have bowled in the right areas.
I think the spinners have bought. The run under the control for the striker. I think they were 92 after 12 overs, if I'm not wrong.
Yes.
And they've given only 20-25 runs in next 4 overs or so. So run a ball is always a welcoming sign for any fielding side. So do you feel Raj is on cards to get yet another wicket here?
Yes,
Chirag
he is their
looking
ace
at,
spinner. He is their ace spinner, and he would be most likely to bowl in good areas. When you are bowling against such an attack, when they are in such a good position, it's always important for the bowler to realize to put the ball in the right areas and not look for too many experiments. Raj, being very senior player, very experienced ace off spinner, he would definitely look forward to getting the key wicket of Atul Ganariwal, as we see him coming right arm over to Shantanu. He's bowled it nicely, and Shantanu has clipped it very sensibly towards the fine leg area.
Difficult for the fielder
The fielder coming from the deep square leg, he's restricted them to a couple of runs. That's a good stop, I would say. Mr. Mayur Gala there in the deep square area, he has restricted them to a couple of runs. A dangerous shot, but lucrative shot.
I think they're playing all over the ground.
Yes, they have used the field very nicely. Again, the ball goes from the main
They will
side
try
that
for
side,
second
and
run.
Mayur this time attacking the ball and keeping them to only single. They have been using and playing around the field very nicely, especially Atul. He has been always good in plugging the gaps. But last 5 overs does some magic to your batting as well.
Chirag, do you feel that will
Yes, definitely. That's
a good shot.
beautifully upish cover drive, and the longer flare has stopped it. There could have been an opportunity to go for the catch, but the fielder playing safe, he not wanting to give the boundary away.
I think that's a good stop from Viraj.
It was tough to actually judge from down there.
Yes.
But again, boundaries.
I think it was slightly on his left,
yes.
so that prohibited him to.
That's
And
a
a good shot. I think it's straight into the hands of
the
Jassi, and he'll
long
not drop
fielders,
this.
and Jassi, as it's gone between the hands of the fielder, and it's gone for a boundary.
Oh, this
The
is
most trusted fielder, Jasdeep Kohli.
Absolutely correct, Chirag. I think Jassi is the most trusted fielder from the strikers team, and I was so confident.
Pressure getting to the fielder, I think, of the scoreboard here. Raj has got the mistake from the batsman there, but somehow the fielder could not support his good work in the ball.
Absolutely. But I think they should quickly forget the mistake here. The strikers, they will get much more opportunities now, because as the batsman will go for runs, and Jassi is a safe fielder. It happens sometime.
Yes. He slighted the ball beautifully. There's another chance. No, there's no. It will be falling in no man's land. Easy couple of runs for the batsman there. Was on the full. The batsman just could not connect it properly.
Raj unhappy with Kiur for not going for the catch. That's expected. The bowlers are generally very.
The heat getting to the bowler there.
Yes,
it's not quite cool out there. And the bowler getting under pressure, just getting a drop catch of the earlier ball.
Yes, it's a final match, and you would like to have 2-3 wickets in your kitty.
Yes, surely yes. Crucial ball coming up. Raj right arm over the wicket. He's bowled it flatter. That's on top edge, and Raj going for it. Oh, it's just fallen short, or has it?
Yes, it has fallen short, and that was good attempt by Raj.
The bowler giving his 100% there, might have got himself hurt there.
Absolutely, he gave 100% over there, but I think it was a bit short.
Off the top edge of the batsman there, he's bowled it very nicely.
I think Raj has one more over to go, so the strikers will need him. And I think he's coming out of the ground, so that's not a good sign for the strikers.
Sad sign.
Because you need Raj as a batsman as well.
Yes, so much is there, the value of this player. An over to go and batsman as well.
So Raj has finished his quota of 4 overs. So I think that's a good move by Raj himself. Not struggling enough on the field because he has to contribute with the bat as well. But what a good spell this is.
Fantastic figures there from Raj Gogate. He's bowled his 4 overs for 30 runs and a single wicket to go with it. He had a second wicket in this last over but was unfortunately dropped by the fielder at long on. Nevertheless, a fantastic figure in when the scorecard is so positively in favor of JNS Jaguars. He's bowled exceptionally well.
So Jassi coming up with his
Last
Last
over
over.
now. The batting side will definitely go all guns blazing. Last 4 overs to go. Lot of action in the games now.
So Sam, would you like to continue for the last 4 overs?
Jussi adjusting his field there, as we fondly call him. Batsman looking forward to the boundaries and sixes. Keen game of cricket coming up. Right arm over, Jasdeep Kohli to Shantanu. He's punched it down very strongly at long on and beautifully fielded by Mittal Joshi. He's got rid of the ball very nicely and kept the batsman onto just single. Super striker needs to field very well in the last 4 overs if they have to have a chance in the game here.
JNS will be looking to kind of move on from here. Last 4 overs, wickets in the bag yet, so they'll be looking to get at least 10 runs and over from here on.
Yeah, maybe more. They've got only 3 down and they've got 7 wickets in the bag.
Yes!
The crucial wicket here. Jasdeep Kohli gets a crucial wicket of Atul Ganariwal.
Yes, he is making amends. That was a player, the catch that he dropped in the earlier over, and he's made amends and he's got him out. That will make him very, very happy.
Atul Ganariwal, end of a fantastic innings here. He's really played here very nicely and beautifully since morning. Valiant innings of 69 runs. He's really put JNS Jaguars in the driving seat in this final.
Yes, what a fantastic knock. And this has become a habit for him. He's always been the pillar for JNS, always scoring runs up ahead.
He's been playing very nicely, good batting form this entire season, and JNS has always revolved around him nicely. As we see Jai Pandya making his way into the middle, and it was a very good time for the super strikers to get a wicket. As we are looking forward to the last 4 overs of the game, crucial 24 balls, and your set batsman gets out. Super strikers have got a crucial wicket here, and it is best time for them to put the brakes on the scoring here.
Yes, it's the right time for them to get a change of momentum and change the game in their favor. How important was this wicket? I think Jassi was feeling horrible about the drop catch, and just next over he's made amends and got the important wicket.
Yes, not a dream ball actually, but any ball is a good ball if gets a wicket. The captain showing his faith in Jasdeep Kohli in the 17th over, and he has delivered. Minor changes to the field as the new batsman Jai Pandya takes strike. Jasdeep Kohli would like to have this over as good as possible for super strikers, as we see him bowling right arm over. He's flighted it nicely, and the pitching tricks. The ball did not rise from the length.
All of a sudden the pitch is behaving completely differently. It's last 3 balls.
This wicket has been traditionally slower and lower, and bowler has to bowl in the right areas as Jasdeep is doing. Again, very nicely bowled, and it's a dot ball. A good run of cricket for super strikers in the last 5 minutes.
Yes,
they've got a crucial
over.
wicket of Atul, and dot balls to back up with it.
They'll be looking to if they can restrict them around 150, 160, I think they'll be a very happy team.
Yes, of course. And this is a very crucial over thus far. The 17th over, just 2 runs off it. He has to finish the over very nicely. And on the other hand, JNS would be looking to maximize it. As we see him, he's flighted the ball nicely. The batsman has yorked himself. Singles again. An end of a fantastic over. Fantastic spell by Jassi as he completes his spell from 4 overs, 27 for 2 wickets.
Jassi has been on point in this over. Every ball, he's been able to get something out of the wicket and got the crucial wicket of Atul.
"17 overs, 128 for 4. I'm sure JNS must be looking for much more out of the wicket. And Super Strikers in turn, they have been going very nicely in the last 10 minutes. Surely the momentum has had a shift. As we see Mayur Gala here coming back into the attack. He is the ace wicket taker for the SDL tournament this season. What a tournament this has been. Dads from across all separate schools coming together to represent their old schools. Crucial phase of play now as we see Mayur bowling right arm over to Shantanu. Shantanu has played that near the cover. Yeah, that's a dot ball.
These dot balls are
like gold.
That's true. And it's been the style of the strikers, just when you think things are not going their way, they come out and do something fantastically different. And
yes, they had a good run in the semi-final as well. Where they defended a low total against Rising Strikers very nicely, and again they have put a good brakes on the scoring rates of JNS when they are looking in the driver's seat.
Yeah.
As we see Mayur right arm over the bowler. Oh, he's put that shot into the wicket in near the mid-wicket side where Mittal has fielded it nicely, and the batsman has smartly converted the single into 2 runs. Fantastic running by Jai Pandya there. He was very early in his call that he wanted 2 of it, and it completed very nicely. This has been the hallmark of their batting, converting 1s into 2s, 2s into 3s. But good over so far, couple of dots and couple runs. He's punched that near the long on area, the fielder under pressure. He's fielded that nicely, Jasdeep Kohli, but could not restrict the batsman from running 2 runs.
this is what happens when you put the fielder under pressure with the second run.
Yes, Super Strikers need to back their bowlers up. The bowlers are doing a good job, but they need to back their bowlers up with good decent fielding in the last 3 overs.
So far we've seen very good running between the
132 for 4 at the end of 17.4 overs. Two balls to go for the 18th over as we see Mayur here. It's against the long on area, but this time Jai is settling for a single. Shantanu has punched it down the long on side.
So far we have seen JNS played a pretty matured innings, and they've really run well between the wickets, but we are still not seeing the big hitting and the big shots.
Yes, I'm surprised they are trying to hit the big shots, but somehow the pitch are not helping them. And the bowlers have smartly bowled it short of length and not allowing any flight for them. Singles won't hurt again. Fantastic over from Mayur there. No boundaries at the end of 18 overs. It is 134 for 4. Strikers trying to make a comeback. JNS trying to maximize the score here.
Last 2 overs the tide has turned in favor of the Strikers. At the end of the 14th over, we were looking at a total of something around 180, 190, and all of a sudden it now looks more like a 160.
Yes, surely. The wicket of Atul Ganeriwal being the key wicket there. He was milking the bowlers very nicely. He had played a fantastic hand today of 69 runs. And now time for JNS to maximize the scoring in the last 12 balls. Good run of cricket coming up in the last 2 overs here as we see Punit making his way to bowl the 19th over. Punit, the left arm over bowler from Super Striker. Strikers would have wanted a couple of more wickets, but they have really plucked and stopped the scoring rate in the last 2 overs. where there hasn't been a single boundary. Singles, doubles won't hurt.
Super strikers playing under the captaincy of Aziz Pirani. Seems very relaxed on the field at the moment. It's been the side has they've done well this season. It's been a confident side, and they've always backed themselves to come back in the game.
Crucial run of Jai Pandya taking strike against Puneet here. 12 balls to go for the innings. He's flighted it nicely. Jai has played it straight as an arrow near the long off area where we see Viraj Gandhi fielding it nicely. There was
good job.
He's restricted the bowler and the batsman to just a single. The 2 was on the card, but somehow there was confusion in the calling between the batsmen. Has restricted them to a single runs. 1 run saved. Each run saved would be a bonus for super strikers here if they are to chase down their total.
JNS really needs to get a move on right now if they are looking to get a above par total over here.
Shantanu has picked that up very nicely, but not been able to convert it into a boundary. There's just a single. It's beautifully fielded by the captain of super striker Aziz Pirani there. Singles won't hurt again.
Big
JNS
shots.
trying to give big shots and impetus to the innings, but couldn't get a boundary in the last 2.5 overs or 3 overs or so.
All the big shots are finding the fielders.
Sense of frustration amongst the JNS camp there as they were looking forward to really upping the momentum and the run rate. Super strikers on the other hand making a good comeback. But I see Jai is a very excellent batsman. He will definitely look to attack and put the bowler under pressure as he has cut it near the point area. That's good fielding on display from Hitesh there. Hitesh, the lone man.
Anything below 160, super strikers will happily take it, and I think they will be the team with the momentum at halftime if they restrict them
Yes,
below
I think
160.
at the toss when somebody would have asked AG that he's happy with 160 total, there would have been agreement on it. As we see him putting ball near the long off area, there's good running and he's got him run out. That's a crucial run out there. Jai Pandya short of the ground there. A quick release from the long off fielder Viraj Gandhi to Puneet the bowler, and Puneet has smartly taken the ball to the stump. Good running and
Pandya not dragging his bat in the simplest of mistakes, and it's costing his wicket.
there. Crucial wicket there, as we know Jai can really turn the run rate up. Surely the momentum has had a shift.
Viraj Gandhi there doing a good job. He has a good arm, so that was a good throw, and Puneet finishing it off. So all of a sudden GNS now losing the way a little bit, and strikers now
trying too hard rather than milking. Has been the bowler to go to as far as the wickets are concerned. He's the leading wicket taker of SDL 2022 this season and has lived up to him. That's a fantastic ball there.
That is Mayur Gala for you.
Yes, the batsman trying to hit a straight ball.
You don't play this bowler across. You have to play him straight down the wicket.
Manan trying to get.
If someone at the beginning of this tournament would have told me that Mayur Gala is going to be the top wicket taker, I would probably not have believed him, but he's done a fantastic job.
No, he has bowled fantastically well for super strikers across all matches there. He has done very well for them, providing the wicket, providing the dismissal when the captain wanted him most.
I think
Experience for you, Samir bhai.
exactly, and I think credit needs to be given to Aziz.
Yeah, the captain and the
he's
team
made
management for
good
backing him
changes.
so much.
Yes, he's made the right bowling changes at the right time, and should be a happy captain today.
So as we see Mayur onto a hat trick, can we see history in the making here? No change in the field there. It would be an icing and cake if he gets a hat trick.
2 balls to go. Mayur Gala on a hat trick.
Pratik on the strike. As we see Mayur right arm over. He's bowled it flatter. That's up
That's it.
in the air.
Ooh.
As we see Jasdeep Kohli.
That's a boundary.
This is the first boundary in the last 5 overs.
Everything happening.
Stupid, but very nicely played into the gap.
Everything happening in that one delivery. Hitting it in the air for a minute, we thought that could be the hat trick, but unfortunately, it's a boundary. Last ball of the innings coming up.
Last ball here. Pratik again looking forward for a maximum here. And Mayur surely won't be flighting the ball here. He will be looking forward to bowling it flatter. Can the batsman read him? Will he go for the double bluff by
Mayur
flighting
not
the ball?
happy with the fielding effort in the last ball.
He's put it short and he's played it nicely towards the mid-wicket area. To Aziz Pirani, they'll be surely going for a couple of runs. A bad throw from the outfield.
And that's the end of the first innings.
The first innings. The JNS Strikers have scored 147. 148 is the target for Super Strikers to be the champions of STL 2022, or JNS will be defending this total.
This seems to be a par or just below par score, but this being the finals and with the pressure, you never know what happens.
Yes, with the start that JNS got, they must have been looking forward to anything post 170, 175. But a fantastic bowling effort from Super Strikers that helped them come back in the game and reduce the scoring by at least 20 to 25 runs. Good bowling, good fielding. Keen match on the cards as we will join you back from the mid-innings break with Super Strikers chasing 148 for the victory. Thank you guys.
So we are back live for the second inning of this crucial final match of SGL 2022. Strikers need 148 to win this coveted trophy, and this is going to be a very exciting run chase for the next hour and a half. Viraj and TJ, the two opening batsmen for the Strikers. Viraj on strike now.
Welcome back to all our viewers watching us live on YouTube. This is the second innings of the finals, Champions Finals between JNS and Super Strikers.
So Sam, what are your thoughts on that first ball?
Yeah, I think Viraj was very lucky playing across the line. But he has to be very careful about how he bats today, because we've seen on this wicket, if you play across the line, it's full of risk, and he should just be looking to probably play down the wicket.
Correct. I think in the beginning of the match we were discussing the par score. So what are your thoughts on this target?
Watchfully played. I think JNS has managed to score, a par score or just below par score, and it will be very, very interesting to see how Strikers approach this chase. Hit well on the offside, but finding the fielder. Ball already keeping a little low.
So JNS are very good on field. They always come up with good fielding performance. So it is gonna be. So the misfield here by JNS, as we were talking about the good fielding quality, and here we have a misfield on the leg side.
Just 2 runs, which probably could have been made into 3. This is going to be a crucial difference between JNS and Super Strikers. JNS were very, very quick between the wickets, converting the singles to doubles. Let's see how Super Striker approaches this.
The first 6 overs would be critical for the batting side. So what would be they aiming for, Sam, according to you, in first 6 overs?
I think they will be looking to keep wickets in hand. If they are 40 odd at the end of 6 overs, they'll be quite happy with that. It's first runs of the bat, and that's the first runs on the board.
So it's a good
end of the first over
from Viraj.
It's 1 for no loss at the end of the first over.
So Ashish coming into the attack for JNS. So Sam, I think Strikers would be very happy with their bowling performance in the second half of the inning. They were cruising at 82 runs, the JNS team, after the first 10 overs, and they end up scoring,
yes, the crucial wicket of Atul was where things changed. After that, it was JNS didn't find it easy to get the runs on board, and what was looking like a 170-80 target is now 147. Super Strikers, I think, will be very happy with their performance on the field, and they have to now score it with the bat.
Yes, they will have to score that one extra run of what the JNS scored, and what they required is sensible batting, because it's not a big score, and Viraj looking at good nick, and it was
Yes,
good stop by
Viraj is a sort of player who's looking to get the boundaries in the power play. He's not the kind of person who likes to rotate strike, so he'll be looking to take the attack head on and score a few boundaries.
And how important is TJ for strikers?
That's a fantastic shot.
That's the wonderful shot from Viraj. I've seen him playing such shots on many occasions. He liked to hoik on the leg side. And
Yes, and that was
he
a case of
actually
bullet.
made this shot. It was the ball was not to be meant to hit over on the leg side. He had made this ball
Yes,
as a
taking
boundary
it-
ball, Sam.
Taking it from middle and off, and he's hit it on the leg side for a beautiful boundary. That will give him loads of confidence, I think.
Correct. And you have to start well against the JNS team, because they have a good fielding side. They have a good bowling attack as well, Sam. So I think
that
boundaries
that
are
boundary
crucial.
has brought about some fielding changes.
Ashish to Viraj.
That's very smart batting. Very smart batting after a boundary.
Oh, that was a corner. Had he hit the stumps, and Viraj taking on the short mid wicket fielder, but it was luck has favored him this time, that it was not a hit. So Sam, do you feel that there is need to take such risky singles?
I think one thing Super Strikers needs to be mindful of is that JNS is a very good fielding side. This you cannot take too many liberties against a side like JNS. Ooh, that one really took off and surprised TJ over there.
I think it has surprised everyone who's watching this live, and also
Yes.
who are watching us from the ground, because even though there were some good medium pacers in strikers bowling attack, but nobody could get that nip.
Yes, this bowler has been able to generate a certain pace out of this wicket. That was
Absolutely,
a
Sam.
fantastic delivery.
Going for a direct hit, and it's an overthrow. So not a good effort there by the JNS team. They understand Viraj is slow amongst the two batsmen, but he was well inside the crease. I think there was no need for that throw, Sam.
Yes, and they have to be very mindful for a player like TJ. If you don't get him out in the first 3 or 4 overs, this guy can take the game away from you very, very quickly. He's a swashbuckling batsman, and he's not going to wait around wondering. He's just going to go for his shots.
Definitely. And that was a good call for denying that single, Sam. Because
End of 2 overs. 10 for no loss at the end of 2. Steady start by the strikers, chasing 148.
I think if TJ stays there for long, definitely we can see some good sixes. On the long on, long off area.
Yes,
Sam, you must have
he's-
witnessed it many times. Playing with
many
him,
times, and I
against him.
think he's a kind of batsman. If he's there for the first 10 overs, you are sure that he's going to be striking at a rate above a strike rate of about 130, 140 easily. He's not the kind of batsman who sits around wondering. He just goes for his shots whenever he sees the ball in his area.
Absolutely.
So, Guru, what are your thoughts on this tournament? The organizing, the grounds, and all the facilities
I think
provided?
there has been a lot of effort put by the organizing team, the umpires, the support staff, the commentators as well.
Yes, I
So-
think Mittal has been very hands-on with the tournament, making sure that all arrangements are,
That's a good
Uh,
shot again by
once
Viraj.
again, it's in the same area.
Beautiful shot. This is anything on his legs.
Yes,
He's
Viraj
very,
has
very
ripped it off his legs.
attacking on that front, and he looks in full control now. Viraj
Yes, with
he sends the opportunity to beat JNS handsomely in the final, and he's making sure that he is the man for the strikers today.
Viraj playing like this does take a lot of pressure off TJ. Also, it allows TJ to play his own game. It's a good start by Viraj.
Oh shit! And that's a very good throw.
Oh, that's disaster. Completely unwarranted. Completely unwarranted. Things like this is what changes the nature of the match. This was, I think it was a little lazy on the part of TJ. Also, he could have probably made it if he dragged his bat or gone for the dive. But what do you say about that throw? Fantastic direct hit.
That was a fantastic throw, and I was wondering if he's trying to throw at the non-striker's end.
The quality of
that it is a wrong end of the throw, but I think TJ was well shot over there. He has to blame himself for this.
As we
I
mentioned,
think probably he was not expecting Viraj to be so quick between the wickets. I think that could be the
This is
reason.
exactly what we were discussing the last over. There's something with the JNS team. This is liberties are you can't take these kind of liberties with the JNS. Then they have just shown that why they are a champion team. The way the ball was collected and released and getting a direct hit. We do at our level of cricket. You rarely see this quality of fielding. It was a fantastic piece of fielding.
Yes,
And
absolutely, it's a fantastic fielding, and that shows how much time the team puts into the preparation as well. They are very disciplined when it comes to practicing, very disciplined when it comes to net session. The JNS team, and you can see the results of all those hard work. In the moments like this, in the crucial final, when you get a run out of a star player like TJ from the opposition end, it's
Yes.
definitely a welcoming sign for the fielding unit. So Sam, your thoughts on Aziz now the captain?
Aziz
for
Pirani, the
strikers?
captain, now coming in, taking on the responsibility. He's coming in above CK. He just wants to be the one who takes the team through.
Oh, that's a good shot from Aziz, and he starts with a boundary.
Aziz starting off with a boundary. But I think he will have to be very mindful with his shot selection, because it's still early in the game. Super Strikers needs him, that he is there until the 12th, 13th, 14th over at least, to steady this innings. Yes, runs are important, but he has to be very mindful of his wicket. It's an important wicket, and he needs to be there till the 14th, 15th
Yeah,
over.
absolutely second that, Sam, that Aziz has to play for his team today, but you have to take opportunities to score boundaries in the first
Yes.
6 overs. And there were times when Aziz was, he used to play spinners very mindfully. But I have seen, his performance against spinners in last 4-5 matches. He attacks them, and I think that's a good sign. And the ball takes
Back
the
up
edge,
to the boundary.
it can reach the fence.
Yes,
And yes, it is. So it's a boundary. It's a
That's going to
It's
go
a
to the
clear
third
cut.
umpire.
it's a clear-cut boundary.
थैंक यू बड़ी थैंक यू ब्रदर बहुत बढ़िया ब्रदर बहुत बढ़िया
Still checking on that boundary. It's a bit of hold up on play to see if that ball touched the boundary line. Once again running between the wickets.
So it was a tough call, that Sam. We are very close to the boundary rope. And we both can see
Yes.
that was a clear-cut boundary, but you have to respect the umpire's decision.
Let's hope this doesn't come back to bite the super strikers in the end. Oh, that's a wonderful shot over the bowler's head, and that's a boundary. Fantastic of a shot of a batsman in confidence.
Oh, that's
Straight
a
over
very
the
good
bowler's
shot
head.
from Aziz, straight over the bowler's head. And shot like this definitely denting the confidence of the JNS team. But mind you, they have the good bowling lineup to come back strong in the match.
Something that the bowler hates is the batsman hitting him over his head, and that's exactly what Aziz has done.
So Ashish coming for his second over, Sam. So
Ashish coming in for his second over. It will be good to see some pace on this wicket. I think Viraj and Aziz both will fancy this ball coming onto the bat.
oh, that's a very, very good running between the wicket by
That is
Aziz.
that was one run stolen from the JNS. That there was no run in that, and Aziz has just made Viraj run for his life and stolen a single. I think Aziz is desperate to get on the strike against Ashish. I think he's looking to face
Absolutely, I
the.
think he wants
he
the
loves
ball
the-
to
Yes,
you know
exactly. He loves
come onto
the
his
ball
bat.
coming on to with he likes the pace on the wicket.
And how crucial are a run like this, Sam?
Yes, this was something that will stay in the mind of the JNS. The way this run was stolen, it shows a lot of intent by Aziz and Viraj. Viraj not usually looking for such singles, but Aziz forcing him to take that one.
Shabash, Azu, keep going, boy, shabash.
That's a nice single again.
That's a nice single, and there was a good throw. But I think Aziz was well inside in, Sam.
Yes, that's true, Guru. But I think they will have to still be mindful about the fielding. JNS can surprise you with their fielding, so it's good that they have this intent of rotating the strike, but they have to be careful. Oh yes, that's
And,
run down.
It's
on
an
the left
inside edge for a boundary, what we call as a French cut nowadays. And the strikers team will not mind the runs coming in any manner. So suddenly we have boundaries. There are 4-5 boundaries in quick fashion, Sam.
Yes,
What do you think of the
these,
approach by
I think
strikers?
the boundaries has really woken up. Everyone's now into the action, and you can see the support from the crowd. Everyone is cheering the team on, and it's good that Super Strikers has.
Again, they are going for the quick single. So good batting from Viraj after the boundary. He takes the single.
What do you say about this intent from Super Strikers? They have really,
I'm
from
really
the
happy.
yes, from the
way
first ball on, they've looked positive. They have looked to score runs, and even after the unfortunate dismissal of TJ, it hasn't stopped him. Aziz has come in and taken the attack by the scruff of the neck. So really looking to put pressure on the bowlers.
Absolutely, they are playing a aggressive cricket here, the strikers team.
Yes, that's
That was
the few
an
shots.
effortful delivery from the bowler, but unfortunately for him to get a wide here. I mean, it was too wide.
Yeah, you could credit it partly to the batsman with their intent. I think the bowler is now trying to do something different
Absolutely.
and losing his line and length.
Oh, that's a wonderful shot, but equally good fielding from the covers fielder. I think that was a very good fielding
was, yes.
performance by the JNS over there.
Good cricket all around. Sorry for that interruption with our live coverage.
So we're back live now. So change in bowling attack. So 114 runs needed now from 96 balls. They need this at 7 runs per over. Left arm off spinner, over pitch, full toss, and what a good shot! This from Aziz, taking the full advantage by the bowler, and the run continuing for the entire dugout was very happy. So that's a good shot from Aziz, taking the advantage of the loose delivery, the full toss. That's a good comeback delivery from the bowler, but Aziz, I'm so sorry, it was Viraj. It was Viraj who hit that ball for the boundary. It was not Aziz. But I'm sure Aziz would like to take his chances against the left arm spinner. Oh, that's a good shot. Straight into the hand. So, very good bowling change by the JNS team. And the long off fielder over there
Good shot.
didn't move an inch, and it was straight into his hand. So Aziz would be disappointed with this wicket, and the strikers are also equally disappointed by the ball. That's how it is, if it had gone for 6, it would have been a lovely shot. Now the wicket so this will cheer the JNS team. The pressure was clearly seen on them prior to this ball, and they always try to play aggressive cricket, put pressure on the opposition, but this time the reverse was happening. But they have come back very good in this over. I think that was a crucial wicket for the JNS team. Getting a wicket of a batsman of his caliber can actually give a lot of confidence to the bowlers and the other fielder as well. So the runs required and the balls remaining, the gap is reducing ball by ball. It's only 109 from 93 now. And the ball was missing the leg stump. This is what so there was a close call there which Virat survived, but the ball was in the leg stump
Strong appeal
in the
for an
umpire's
LBW.
eyes.
Well played, Viru. Well played. Chance hai, Viru.
Yes, there's a lot more noise in the center, and I think the bowling side has tasted some blood, and they are now looking for the kill. Aziz's wicket was a crucial wicket, and
Viru, shabash, Viru. Watchful, beta, shabash.
JNS will be looking to make more inroads. They know that another couple of wickets over here, and that really puts them in the driving seat.
5 over 30 runs છે. આરામથી.
So 39 for 2 wicket. How do you feel this power play is going for the strikers, Sam?
Not the ideal start, but I think Super Strikers has a long batting lineup, and they have all their players who are positive in their approach. So I don't think they are going to be under pressure yet. But we'll have to see. I think now they really need to consolidate and up to the 10th, 11th over, and be around maybe 70 odd at the end of the 11th over.
So spinners bowling in tandem now.
CK
Gokul, the new bowler for JNS, Chintan.
Chintan Kilawala batting is a
Will you put some
usually
light on Chintan's batting style, Sam?
yes, just after this delivery. Yes, that's his favored side. That was a close one again. What? Oh my God! This is disaster. This is disaster. This is disaster for Super Strikers. Exactly what we were discussing earlier. That the side like JNS, you cannot take their fielding for granted. The liberties that Super Striker has taken is costing them. Is costing them wickets.
And the disappointed on Virat's face is clearly visible, and I think this is what the strikers were not looking out for.
Yes, he was well set. That's what the super strikers needed at that point of time was a partnership.
Come on, Jassa. Come on, beta. Your day, Jassa. Your day. Come on.
This is where the experience needs to kick in with the batsmen, and they should realize that it's not a big total. They can comfortably, they have players who can comfortably make these runs if they stay on the wicket, and keeping wickets in hand is going to be very, very important.
A good inning from Viraj here, scored 23 from 19 deliveries and was looking well settled. And it was a very good fielding performance, Sam. Once again, you see what
Yes,
has thrown
that
this.
has been the marked. It's been a marked difference between super strikers and JNS. The fielding, they have been on point with the fielding, and two crucial runouts, one catch taken at long off. They've been so this it shows that this is a side which is has done the hard work in their fielding, and it's the results are now showing.
Will not matter. The runs will not check. Acha, the runs will not matter now, and what they some sensible batting, and a partnership is needed. Is what they were looking out for, Sam.
Yes, exactly. This is now where the difference of maturity comes into play, and the players need to realize that it's not about the 1 or 2 overs. It's still a 20-over game. They are still very early into the innings, and they need to consolidate. And
Nice shot, boy.
that's been hit on the leg side, and that's been stopped. A bit of football over there. 2 runs taken by Jussi.
From Jussi, good way.
So Guru, a nice breeze blowing now across the ground. Once again on the leg side for a single. I don't think the batsmen are now going to be looking for those risky singles, doubles.
You should not look for, because the runs are coming in form of boundaries. Good call by Chintan.
Chintan is a sort of
Sam. Now I think the team handle the pressure at
yes,
this moment will definitely
yes,
emerge
this
as
is the one that
winning
handles the
team.
pressure is going to be the winner in this situation, because it's not much of a score, but with players like Chintan, he's a player who cannot be kept quiet for long. So if JNS will be looking to a few dot balls, and then you can be sure that he's going to be going for his shots. So it's going to be very important for Chintan to play a mature innings today, and curb his instincts a little bit, consolidate, give some time to Jussi also, and build on these innings.
Correct. So that's and the power play for the strikers, and they are 45 after 44 after 6 overs.
In terms of runs, I think Guru is exactly what they were looking for, around 40, 45 on 6, but the important thing is they've lost 3 crucial wickets.
Completely agree with you, Sam. I think they have lost 1 or 2 extra wickets. I think the runs part has been taken well, by the batsmen, and the approach from both the batsmen. I mean, Viraj and Aziz was to go aggressive, and they were doing it quite well. Unfortunately for them to have 3 wickets going down in the power play.
Going to be a very interesting phase of the match now. I think the next 2 or 3 overs, if JNS can get 1 more wicket, they will consider themselves to be in the driving seat, whereas it's important for super strikers to now understand the situation and really consolidate the innings. The runs, 4, 5, 6 runs and over is enough at the moment, but they cannot afford to lose another wicket.
Yatin coming with his second over. He was successful to get wicket of Aziz in his first over. So he must be very confident after taking that wicket. So what should be the approach now, Sam? The power plays are done.
I think it's now going to be the hard yards. They'll have to look for those singles, risk-free shots. Once in a while, you might get a boundary, a few extras here and there. Oh my God! And that's it. It's clean bowled. That is
And
that's disaster for.
end for Jassi. So with this wicket, we have change in commentary. Chirag joining us now. So Chirag, what are your thoughts on the run chase?
Super striker in a spot of bother here. They have lost some crucial wickets here. There's a good start, but they are giving away the good start through some wickets there. As we see the experienced Mayur going into the wicket to bat. You need to put a price on your wicket here. You need to get your front foot down, and it's a tricky wicket. Just need to play out sensibly the next 5-6 overs. And on the other end, JNS on a roll. They have been getting regular breakthroughs, albeit the scoring rate has not gone down.
Absolutely. I mean, one good thing what JNS have managed to do is, taking wicket, and that is critical when you are defending. I would not say a small total, but not the above par total. This 147 runs, but kudos to the fielding of JNS Chirag.
Yes,
what are your thoughts on the run-outs?
They have been real sharp in the field. Some good work, some attacking stuff. Really opposite to what Super Strikers were in the first half of the match. They have been on fire, getting two crucial run-outs.
What should be approach of both the teams here on? We'll start with the approach of the bowling team. What they should look out for. Chirag?
See, going ahead, I think JNS will look forward to getting regular breakthroughs.
Yes, absolutely pressure moment now. I think JNS slightly have an edge with regular wickets falling for the strikers, but as we all were talking about the deep batting lineup of the strikers, how good that shot was. I think correct. So he batted really well in the semi-final against the rising team. So he looks in form. I think he should continue that in the final as well, Chirag. And that was a very loopy and slow delivery from Yatin. Do you see a release shot or a big shot coming in this over by Chintan, knowing him so well, Chirag? Yes, that was in the air for quite a long time. So that's and the over CK will take the strike for the next over. So after 7 overs, the scorecard reads 46 runs, which is good. But you have 4 wickets for that 46 runs. How important is Jay for JNS bowling unit? So is he a spinner or does he bowl medium pace? Okay. Yes, you know what they need right now is partnership. They have good hard-hitting batsmen in form of Keur, Raj, MJ. You know who can score big. Oh, that's a good shot, and that's yes, it's a positive starts and the noise of the connection, you know, of bat and ball. It's actually soothing to ears. I think absolutely. And one good thing about Mayur is that he likes to have the scoreboard running. So that is what is expected from him today as well. That's a good shot from Chintan. What a very good throw there by the deep cover fielder. I think Chintan's role is going to be very critical for strikers if they have to come back in this game. So runs under 100 now. They need 99, just 99 runs as we can say, from 74 balls. So it is still under control, under radar, but you need a partnership now, right, Chirag? Oh, that's a good ball. I think this was the ball you were talking about, the one which leaves the batsman. I think Mayur was lucky enough for not edging it that. That's a 50 for strikers. So the first landmark achieved.
First hurdle would be achieved, 50 runs on the board. They have a good scoring rate here, but the only worrying factor would be the fall of 4 crucial wickets. A lengthy batting lineup with super strikers here. They can bat up to 11 number today.
Absolutely, the strikers would be not hoping to check their batting lineup today.
Yes,
They would want their lower order batsmen, to be in the pavilion and enjoy the match, and they expect the middle order batsmen to finish the game for them. Yatin to begin his third over. He was successful in last 2 overs. Yatin managed to take 2 wickets. So it would be
bowled
interesting.
really nicely. He's bowling in the right areas. giving a good flight to the ball. Again, as we see, it's beautifully flicked off his legs towards the mid-wicket area for a comfortable single. That is what is required from Mayur here. That is what his team needs.
So the last over, Yatin managed to keep CK, on strike. Bowled 2 or 3 dot balls to him. So it would be interesting to see this battle now.
Yeah.
Yeah, beautiful. Correct. I mean, it was in the air for a long time. So the batsman may be tempting to hit that for big runs. And in that moment, you can lose your wicket as well. But good shot from Chintan, keeping it on the ground. Yes, it has. So, bit of surprise this from Yatin. Correct. He bowled well, Mayur, in this log overs.
Fantastic drive
Oh,
there.
that's a good shot.
Not a soul move there, not a soul move. A carpet drive to the covers. He's brought about the spirits of Suraj super striker camp ahead here.
That was a very good shot from Mayur Bhai in the last inning which he played in the semi-finals. Also, he showed all of us how good he can be in that area of the ground. And
Batting nicely this season. That's what is required from the senior players here. Learn to the pros, learn with the pros.
absolutely.
Needs to bat well. Partnership is what is required for super strikers here. Batsmen doing his thing there. Stay there, boys. Hold it flat.
Oh, that is again a good shot. They will not take the chance for quick runs because absolutely, and plus the fielder at the mid wicket area has a very good throwing arm, so it was a good decision by them to restrict that or controlling that for only a single. Yatin again to Chintan. That was a quicker delivery. So good over this for the strikers. 7 runs came off it. So after 9 overs, the score reads 57. So very much under control for both the teams at this moment. Yes, absolutely, and they've played to the merit of the ball and to the conditions and to the situation. Rather than condition to the situation, they have played sensibly for last 3 overs. Scoring almost run a ball. This partnership. So this is going to be a crucial partnership for the strikers, and they're doing well at this moment.
Inside edge saving him there.
Yes, the pitch behaves surprisingly sometimes. Short of length delivery, but it kept low. Good that it hit the bat before hitting the pad. Other it was a plumb LBW, Chirag.
Hold nicely as well. Flatter to the air. Inside edge surely saved him. We see try again. Right hand over. He's fought it short and
Oh, it's a
Mayur
good.
is trying to cut it from the back foot.
Oh, that's a good fielding there and good
Sharp
call.
JNS people. They have been fielding very nicely this innings.
And that
Fielding there.
yes, that was a really sharp fielding there and good call from Chintan. Had they gone for this, it was wicket number 5 for them, and it was really a suicide run out. But I think Chintan is looking to come up with a dream batting performance today. This is what I feel.
He's a natural stroke player, so I think now since he has got his eye in,
Correct.
we can expect a couple of attacking shots coming. So as he likes the bowler to get the ball into him, Mayur has been played. Oh, he's gone. He's gone.
So he has
He's
been
got a
judged.
brutal wicket of Mayur right in front of the.
That was a very good delivery. Quicker in the air, right on the stumps. And yes, in next 2 minutes. So the JNS controlling their innings fairly well. They're getting wickets in the interval of
Yeah,
2-3 overs, so that's
they
the
must be
beauty
very
of their
confident right now. Yes,
uh,
getting the half the
inning.
side out.
Correct.
Come back from the drinks. Raj has come into bat. He's played it nicely, coming onto the front foot. That is what was required from the earlier batsman. They're looking to hit the spinner from the back foot.
Raj plays the spin bowling really well, so his performance is needed today for the strikers to come up with the winning on the winning note.
Oh, he's played it right at the edge, which has been brought around.
I think it's
Boundary, a lucky boundary for Super Striker.
yes, Chirag. It's a welcome boundary for the strikers, and these runs are welcome. You know, the fashion in which they come doesn't count. So Raj would be happy to aggression mode on when you are 5 down. So it's actually very easy to comment on what they should do and what they should not do sitting out here, but it's very difficult to execute, Chira.
Yes,
Correct.
as we see here, there's a change of end here. Super Strikers must be looking forward to batting from this end as the wind is with the batsmen now. A change of end will mean better pitching, better bounce on the wicket as well.
So the boundaries from this end on the leg sides are far compared to the other end. So the spinners will come into the picture, but running between the wickets is going to be crucial now in the next 4 or 5 overs. Absolutely brilliant performance by JNS till this moment.
Fielders have also done a decent job, though I think the start has been given. The rest been scoring at a good rate. They just need to bat sensibly for the coming 10 overs now, 9 overs, 10 overs less.
Yes, they look in control.
Nicely taking the natural stroke player here, and Raj being very good at the spin, playing spin.
Absolutely. So Yatin for last over of his spell.
It's flighted on the leg side. Chintan has picked up in the air towards the mid wicket side.
Yes, well
Raj
played.
settling down for a single there.
Well played by Chintan in the vacant area. So there's no catching fielders
Had
in the
spotted
circle.
their fielders very nicely. The setup is nice. The bowler is also bowling towards field there. Gap cover and getting into the area. The touch will be a lot of risk.
Correct. Playing across on this pitch. Yeah, it would be a difficulty and can be dangerous for batsmen. So Yatin now to Raj.
Flighted in the air.
Good attempt is by Raj. He was trying to hit it hard in the point area, but missed by the pace of the ball.
Outside off from, it's cut it nicely.
Oh,
That's good fielding
that's
there again. Certainly saved a boundary there. Nobody to back them bowler up. Hardly down.
that's a very good fielding there by Viru. Didn't allow the batsman to take the advantage of the overthrow, and the JNS has been very clinical in the field throughout this 11 overs.
Nicely flighted. It's
So
driven
it's a
off the
good
ball
shot,
towards the
but
covered area for a
they
single.
have a short cover fielder.
That is what is the need of the moment. We see that Yatin is bowling flatter through the air. Raj has played it late, straight into the hands of the point fielder there.
So this is good bowling performance from Yatin coming to an end. He would be very happy, Chirag.
Breaks on to the scoring rate and has
Correct.
been successful in getting wickets as well. He's played it really well. Then that's a run out on the card. Again, gifting a wicket away. This is suicidal running from the super strikers. A yes and no. Both batsmen stranded in the wicket, middle of the wicket. Headed it straight in the hands of the point fielder there, and an easy run out for the keeper. Very
I have
difficult
no
to catch
words
the ball on this side.
to
Lot of
say on
pressure.
this.
Lot of pressure in the running has brought another run out. JNS on the other hand have been going along very nicely.
That that would be disheartening for the strikers team and there are a lot of strikers players from the family watching this online, so it would be very disheartening for them as well. But what a performance this from JNS Chirag.
Yes, they have been clinical in the field as you said earlier. They have pounced on every effort, pounced on every chance that they
Opportunity.
could have had. Excellent fielding effort, excellent bowling effort thus far. The strikers now need to bat out of their skin if they are to win this finals.
Absolutely. Now you need a magic performance now. You absolutely need a magic performance to uh, come back from this position. I think it was last ball of Yatin's spell. They should have saved him off. So 6 wickets down, strikers after 64 runs, and now the required run rate is climbed to 9.3 runs per over. And from this moment, Chirag, to be honest, it looks close to impossible now. You cannot say completely impossible. That's a good shot.
Difficult, but not impossible, I would say.
Absolutely. But who will score these runs, Chirag, if I may ask you the question?
See, each batsman going inside has to take the game onto himself. He has to bat out the entire 20 overs to see his side home. That would be the mantra for super strikers right now.
Yes, I think every batsman has to take responsibility on themselves. You cannot rely on somebody else coming and scoring big and taking you out of the situation. So everyone
Straight on the leg side.
everyone has to contribute here.
Yes, that's a good early call from the batsman. They cannot afford another run out. There has already been more than two this season right now in this match. Surely we need to bat out of the skins. But again, as I said, it's not impossible. As we see Jay right arm over to Mittal. He's bowled it flatter through the air. He's tried to put it.
That's a good delivery from Jay.
Nicely there. Excellent bowling by Jay Pandya there.
He's mixing his deliveries well, Chirag.
Yes, he's been bowling very nicely this season. Getting the scoring rate down, being economical in his spell and getting the odd wicket or two. As we see him again, bowling it flatter. That's bouncing the air. He's played it towards the fine leg area. This could be
It's
the
a good
boundary
shot
that Super Strikers are wanting for.
from,
CK is running at the danger end.
but it has
That's a boundary that Super Striker needed so badly. The batsman has waited for the ball nicely onto his legs and flicked it towards the foul leg boundary.
and that was played at the very last moment, Chirag, from MJ.
Yes, he has been lately in good form and he has played the ball on its merit well. He's allowed the ball to come onto him rather than plonking his foot outside. Very sensible batting there.
Small change in the field.
Outside off stump, he's played it nicely.
Played nicely.
Area. A boundary and a single. Very, very sensible cricket there from the oldie. He's been around for a long time. Mittal Joshi will bring his all experience into play today.
And that is what is required now for the strikers. Somebody as experienced as Mittal to be on the crease. Chintan would be blaming himself for those runouts, but he has to come up with a good batting performance to make sure that everyone forgets about what has happened.
Yes, he's played it nicely.
That's a very good shot. It could reach the boundary, but absolutely not.
Hiru has fielded very nicely on the long on area, getting rid of the ball quickly to restrict the batsman to a single only.
So after 12 overs, 71 for loss of 6 wickets, they need close to 10 runs per over now.
Chintan and Mittal, can they bring
Change in commentary now. Sam coming to pair up with Chirag, and the crucial time of the match begins now. So I'm handing over my mic to Sam now, who will partner with Chirag.
Thank you, Guru. 71 for 6 at the end of 12. JNS will definitely be seems to be in the driving seat at the moment, but I think Super Strikers will be looking at the matured approach of Mittal to carry this innings to a successful end. It's not going to be easy because scoring runs is not easy on this wicket. But I think if they take it deep, there is a good chance that that they can make a match out of it.
There is no single as the runner has denied as three single there.
Yes, it's going to be very
A
important.
lot of confusion in the running because of the three singles.
Yes, three runouts, and that changed the nature of the game. And I think it's going to be very important for Mittal to talk to CK. Keep him relaxed, because he's the kind of player who doesn't like dot balls. That's it,
Caught
and
him.
that's caught him.
Tried to be cheeky there. Losing his off stump. Gokul has bowled very smartly there. One that drifted in flatter to the air. Chintan, instead of his stroke play, looking for that cheeky late cut. Losing his off stump there. Super striker surely did not need to lose his wicket.
I think on a wicket like this, where it's keeping low, or the odd ball keeping low, it is very difficult to be playing. If you're looking to play square of the wicket, it's always going to be a risky proposition. You've seen a few players go down like that. Ideal scenario, you should be looking to play down the wicket in this kind of a wicket.
Yeah, with the
And
talent that CK has, we would surely be expecting him to playing positively down the ground rather than upwards. But that's what pressure does to you. So great to see.
exactly, I think that the pressure of the finals is where is showing between the two teams. JNS, in spite of not having a very big total, has changed the game just by their disciplined fielding and bowling.
JNS, as we all know, Gujarat, they are known for this stuff. This is your game. Probably the last hope for Super Striker because he's an excellent batsman, excellent lower order bowler.
Yes, I would put him, like the Rahul Tewatia of super strikers. He's the one who can, hit three or four sixes in an over and change the game. But it's on his day, he's a fantastic batsman. Let's see, how does he manage to get his way around this game.
Lot depends on this pair. If Super Strikers are to come anywhere near to the two fielder JNS and set in 148, it looks so far away right now. It looks so far away.
Yes, at halfway stage, I would have never imagined that it would be so difficult to, come close to this target, and super strikers will be mighty disappointed, I think, with the three runouts that they've given away.
Facing a first ball quicker to the air, smartly bowled by the bowler there.
KU's reputation precedes him, so I think the bowlers will be well aware. Fielding has been set accordingly. You can see almost 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 fielders at the boundary. Smart thinking by JNS, because they realize now that the singles and doubles are not going to get super strikers anywhere. So they are going to be, they have to go for the shots, and accordingly they have packed the boundary line.
There is a lot of pressure with him. Slow, small check low and cover fielder. Stopped it nicely.
How disciplined is this fielding and bowling, Chirag? You see the way the bowler is bowling completely to his field. You,
We were talking about in the first half of the match when we see KKR bowling against the elite teams, and this is what it brings to cricket. They are facing left side, fielders being left bowlers up. There's a good fielding side as well. All in all, if you want to reach into the final, this is the team that you would want to win against.
and I think if the batsmen want to be scoring, they'll have to be a little more innovative, because the leg side has been opened up completely, and he's going to keep the ball outside off. So I think if Mittal wants to score, he'll have to take a off stump guard or move outside of off stump to get on, because the offside is completely packed.
A lot of risk though. This is a right arm over. Bowled it smartly into the
There.
slower to the air.
S-
6 feet from the pitch.
yeah, off and just outside off, making it very difficult to get the runs.
Guide is coming on. Partnership with all the experience that he has. He has to. He wants to hold very nicely. Striking from the off stump there into the mid area without any kind of
It's just a single. Really smart fielding placement. Yes, very smart. And the fielding placement is spot on. You have three fielders on the leg side boundary, and the fielders on the offside are they've packed the offside completely. I think whatever super striker have to do, they have to decide in the next over or so. They have to, because otherwise this game is going to drift away very very quickly for them. Lucky. Yes. Will this be the lucky break that they're looking for? Will this get Kaur on his feet? Exactly. This game is not over by any stretch of imagination. I think if we get 2 or 3 good hits from Kaur, JNS are going to start feeling the heat a little bit, and that's that's one area where Kaur is the favorite area is I think long on and cow corner. So that's the area he'll be targeting. Jay to Mittal. Oh, perishing.
Crucial wicket here for the JNS Jaguars. Mittal Joshi trying to up the ante, getting an edge, easy catch, shorter match there.
So Chirag, do you think Mittal should have come a little bit higher up in the order?
Going by the lineup that they have, they had come in the right time. They were looking forward to setting up the momentum for them to chase the score down. When it is to them, it's always about to climb outside the bucket. Slowly, always they do. If they don't,
Yes. Very easy for us to talk from here, but I just felt that if there's someone with the maturity of Mittal would have been a little bit higher up the order, the couple of wickets that they lost under pressure by in runouts and everything, I think that could, but you never know. It's all on in hindsight. We can think what we want.
as we see Mittal here coming out. And Puneet going into that, lot depends upon Puneet. Can he give a stand to Kaur here? Kaur is definitely going to see more opportunities. Consistencies for the white balls that they want in the coming 10 overs. Strikers looking for a miracle here.
Puneet is no mug with the bat. He too can swing it. But I think it's a big ask now. I think a lot depends on what Kaur can do. I think all eyes will be on Kaur now.
Can strike as much as possible. The game away very physical experience seasonal as we see Jerry out. Right arm over short ball outside off stump to Puneet who has played it nicely to long off for a single.
It's not easy with no pace on the wicket and the bowlers bowling slowly. You just have to generate all your own pace, and I think it's too much of an ask from these batsmen.
Yes, that is what Mitch Starc has to do. Been in this situation for n number of times. They exactly know how to defend Kodos, how to bowl in the right areas, how to make this 148 look like 168. Gokul, as we see, to start his last over of the spell. Gokul Clark. Gokul who had bowled Gokul who is coming fresh from a maiden innings in the last over. Again, short ball.
I think super strikers have been, I think, found wanting with their approach to the way they took this chase. I think 3 runouts has almost cost them the match.
Yes, it's nicely bowled, nicely played. straight towards the long on area where the fielder is positioned right there.
Yes. S-
This is fantastically bowled and well fielded.
I think the last boundary was before what, 3 overs, 4 overs. It's
So we had a lucky boundary from KO's bat in the last over. He will be definitely looking forward for the big shot. Natural talent here on strike. Just 35 years old. He's pulled it flatter. He's flicked it from his legs towards the deep line again.
that's a boundary.
That's a fantastic shot from KO. Something to cheer for the super strikers here. Can they do it? Can KO get them home? Lot of hopes rising.
Kiel will be hoping that he gets it within his reach. He likes to you know pulls everything down the leg side. So anything in his range, he's going to go for it.
Yes, he will. Nice hit
Obviously,
towards the long off area. Playing on the merit of the ball here. KO showing lot of sensitivity. Very nicely. Can someone support him? Can someone support KO till the very end? He looks very, very in the form. Nicely flighted. He has put right in the form. Somebody needs to give him a stand here. Can Puneet be the man today? Gokul in the last over of his spell. Good idea to go for the wicket here. Comes with the noise. Ball it flatter and Puneet has cut it nicely towards the sweeper coverage. As we see a single wicket.
it's the small things, Chirag, that is you see the difference now. The the 10-12 runs that Super gave away in the misfielding, and also the running between the wickets. That's 10-12 runs in the misfielding and about 10-12 runs in the running between the wickets. That's almost 25 runs in context of a T20. That's the match.
Yes, absolutely. Near bang on. As we see Gokul completing his spell. Fantastic figures here. 4 overs and he's taken 3 crucial wickets. Fielded nicely. What more can you want from a bowler? Captain now bringing himself on the board. Game very evenly poised in favor of JNS Jaguars. 10 to lead field is now in the hand of KO.
Atul now into his first over. Uh,
64 runs of the last 5 overs. They will be sure to want to go faster now. Can Super do it? Flatter through the air. He's played it nicely towards the leg. KO would want to go for a strike now. He's the man. He's the best with the big shots. He can get them home. But can he deliver today? Captain would be more likely to have his wicket here. Final day 3 of it.
Atul, the top scorer for JNS, is not satisfied just with his batting. He's now trying to look to make some inroads with his bowling as well.
He's a mighty bowler. He's one of the most rare off spinners. This nice leg sweeper to the air, much flatter as he's very short in height. The ball doesn't come onto the bat very nicely.
So far, we haven't seen a single six in this match. Will this be the time? Yes,
Hit nicely towards the
that's a boundary.
I think he has beat the fielder there.
Yeah,
They're all hopes rising on him right now for the Come on, Gale in middle of a good innings here. Strikers will be definitely looking forward to much more bounties from KO's bat now. He has been timing that nicely then.
the fielder there for a while did not see the ball. He could not because he's looking into the sun. And now it's. I think we are in for some fireworks. Kier is going to be going for. Kier is going to be going for every ball now.
Lightning the ball nicely, taking the air.
Yes, that's another boundary.
Lucky boundary that he wanted one more. It don't matter how they come.
Yes, it's
Like boundary.
the luck favoring the brave.
strikers are two boundaries of two balls. Can KO deliver today? He's been melting them nicely. He's been middling them nicely. As we see again, right arm over. He bowls that much slower and he's played it strongly towards the mid-on fielder. Viru has fielded very nicely. Release. The fielding of JNS has been on A par today.
KU really packs a punch when he hits it.
He's played it nicely towards the
Smart
right arm
one.
over. Smart thing to do. Get your ace batsman on strike. As we see the end of the over.
It's now
95
95 for 8.
Four overs, 53 required for super striker.
KO would be surely the man. He has to score the most number of runs of this cricket if super striker were to win. These 4 balls 53 as JNS came in and take more than 53 in this final over of the set.
Both teams undefeated so far in this tournament. Fair to say that we are seeing two of the best teams of the tournament clash it out in the finals. Okay.
Punch near the covers area.
Yes.
That's a very good shot for a couple. He's looking just for a single. KO wants a strike here. He's wanting to grasp the strike and take the attack to the JNS people.
I like Puneet's approach. He's not standing around wondering. Yes, and he's taken on the responsibility. He said, I'm going to give my best shot.
Good stance against Gokul, who has bowled exceptionally well today. KO has played nicely towards the cover area for a single. Each ball has to count, which is very important. Dot ball goes ahead. Well bowled by Gokul there.
Batsman to realize that there is going to be only one line of bowling which is going to be off and outside off, because that's how he set his field, and he's so if the if he's adventurous and tries something different, because there are big holes on the leg side.
Well by the bowler there. Gokul bowling very nicely for JNS here. Surely a contender. Puneet has stuck his on the ground.
Uh,
Going for a couple of runs. No, they are settling down for one.
yes, the bowler got a hand to it.
Maximize the last ball. Can he hit a six or a boundary to keep super strikers in the game? KO taking a stance against Gokul. Good shot up comes on. Oh, he's played away nicely for a straight in the hands of the bowler.
That was very close to being the fourth run out of the match. So final equation comes down to this. It's 3 overs 50 runs, and for super strikers their hopes will be on KU Russell out there,
Yes.
or Andre Gandhi, should I say?
Eighteenth over here. pace on the ball.
JNS ensuring that the field is in the right position, taking the fine leg back there, getting a square leg in. As a pace bowler, you tend to drift towards the fine legs.
16, 17 and over is a big ask now.
Can they deliver? That's the question. This Raj bowled very nicely into the gap there. Puneet, who has taken a single to get Keval back on strike. Ashish is also a seasoned campaigner. He's been bowling exceptionally well thus far in the entire tournament, opening the bowling and
I think.
finally the attacking. As you see, the welcome over to Keval. Keval has
Oh,
nicely bounded this.
that's a boundary.
Fine leg area. He's whipped it nicely. What a shot by him. They believe, super striker believe that he can do it.
You can be sure. You can be sure that he is going to be targeting the leg side.
100 up from
That's 100 up.
here.
That's another. That's another line mark.
Come on, Keval!
Kiwi has found himself in this situation many a times, so you can be sure he's not under pressure.
Yes, he will be looking to score much more higher. Oh, he's played it nicely.
Oh, that's. JNS. Yes, this outfit, you can clearly see how seriously they take their fielding and fitness. All the fielders, I mean, you can make out that these people are really putting in the hard yards. Once again on his foot.
Can we get in and out here? Oh, it's a bad throw. A rare bad throw from the JNS fielder there. Keval was gone for all money there. Really struggling. A bad throw. Saved his wicket there.
Almost felt like a truck. No, a truck trying to take a U-turn. So it takes its own time. That's running between the wickets is not his strength. He's going to be going for the big shots, but he needs to get on strike.
Yes, as we see Puneet taking strike. Can he hit the mighty blow that super striker is looking for? Oh, he's missed it and the keeper has missed it too.
Lucky once.
Deep boundary for the super striker. No, the fielder has stopped it.
It's a boundary.
He's misfielded it.
Well misfielded by JNS over there.
Yes, as we were speaking.
It's,
Runs of this over thus far. From the 5, even he will get a big hold.
super strikers.
Into 16 or 14. If they are going to in a hunt, they need this ball to go away from the boundary, outside the boundary.
Puneet giving another swing.
This time not making a mistake.
This has been very disciplined bowling by Ashish. He's targeted Puneet's legs in the block hole, not given him any room.
Experience is what I would say. Experience.
2 overs 40. Can they do anything about this? Super strikers, they will be, there will be a lot of what ifs in their mind at the moment. But that's the game of cricket. You have to. It's what you do on the field that counts, not what you do outside the field.
Absolutely agree. They would want to ideally bat all the 12 balls that are remaining. Trying to balance here. 40 runs or 2 wickets. Unquestionable. KU is surely getting a lot of chirping from inside the background.
Last 2 overs will bring the curtains down to this fantastic tournament, which has been played over the last 3 months.
Tremendous, absolutely. You are absolutely right to point it out. Red ball, white jersey.
Yes, very rare to see that. I think this is probably just that one tournament that we've played with a red ball in the entire season. And yeah, there's a bit of nostalgia with the red ball cricket. Not the same.
Balls have been cut in very nicely. The entire tournament has been played with a good spirit.
Good spirit, well organized, no hiccups, and one of the very well organized tournaments this year.
Absolutely. He has been doing a good job last year as well. He's been successfully he's put it nicely there, looking so forward for
They will have to go for a two.
can KO get on strike? The fielder rushing onto the ball and
That
restricting
could have
distance.
been two. You think they should have gone for the second?
KO might be wanting to get a double, but the fielder was surely very tight there. He was really onto the ball, thereby disallowing KO for a second run or really necessary run out there. As we see AG again is fondly called AG to his team. Strited it nicely,
Oh,
put
that's
it
hit well.
well with the mid wicket fielder. Has he missed it? He's missed it. It's a only single. They are looking okay. SKU wants to strike here.
Well, the bowler made a valiant attempt, ran in about 20-30 yards to attempt that catch.
Three
Uh,
balls, 38. Surely the game going away from super strikers. The next 3 balls will be very crucial. Can KO it connect and clear it? Let's pull it faster. AG to Puneet now. Strited it nicely outside the off stump.
JNS has done a good job by keeping Puneet on strike, and unfortunately, he's been not been able to give the strike to Kaur. If Super has any chances of winning this, they have to get Kaur on strike. Every dot ball is the final nail in the coffin. That's been hit well.
Straight into the hands of the long off fielder.
No, no.
Very well shot. Surely the game now drifting away from super strikers.
So will we see a six in this innings or no? We haven't seen one so far, a big one.
Has to be. Oh, that's very well bowled. Wily bowled. AG getting the dot ball here.
KJ has not
Ball might strike.
KJ has not looked in his element this match. He's not been able to get his big shots out. Uh, Probably a combination of the situation of the match and also the wicket. Uh, oh,
Ashish coming on to bowl his last over of the JNS innings.
that's pretty straightforward.
That's 6 required by Super Striker.
Not much to think about. Just straightforward 6 sixes. Super Strikers will be disappointed today because after at half stage of the match, they would have fancied their chances.
Yes, definitely. With the lineup that they have, they would have definitely wanted to chase this target of 148 quite easily. Cricket is a funny game. JNS, as we are seeing, are a clinical side.
Yeah, but
They
I
have
think
applied their plans beautifully. Straight down the ground.
that's going to be a boundary, I think.
Area. Oh, fielder has taken it in front of the knock-on fielder.
It's fantastic to see the commitment that the fielders have, even after knowing that the game is in the bag. They are still going, not giving away any easy runs. That was a great effort by Gokul. After his 4 overs, he still has enough gas in the tank to do this fielding.
The ball just didn't rise from the wicket.
That's
Keyur
that's pretty much the end of the game.
ends up the game.
Yes, but quite a few positives for Super Strikers as well. They played like champions, unbeaten so far in the tournament, and I think playing final against a team like JNS, they will learn a lot of things how to approach the game.
Of course, Samir. From the way their season had started to right now being the finalist of this prestigious tournament, they have come a long way. They are quietly positive. Their bowlers doing a very good job restricting the JNS efforts. It is risen at JNS Jaguars.
Yes,
Are on the winning side. It's nicely played by Nilesh there. Can he go for the direct hit there on runner?
yes, that culminates.
Has he?
Not out. Okay. Well, that pretty much sums up the match. The direct hit. That's the fielding that JNS has. That's the marked difference between the two teams in this match. That and a more they've had a very level-headed approach, going through the basics. They did all the basics right.
Their plans very nicely, bowled in the right areas. So many positives will definitely get you on the winning side. Captain leading from the front. Brilliant 69. Being He's just flicked it towards the long off area. Would that be it? That is
Yes.
the JNS Jaguars, champions of STL 2022
Oh,
by Sportivity Ventures.
that's fantastic. That's an all-around performance by JNS today, and they have been the unbeaten team so far.
What a champion side it is. What a champion side. Fantastic bowling, fantastic batting, fantastic fielding.
That's the level of confidence that they have. They know that they can win this match from any position. After getting out for 147, they were so sure of how they are going to be able to.
Hallmark that they never thought they are out of the league.
Yes, in spite of
Restricting the opposition 48
spite of what
and winning it by a comfortable margin of over 30 runs.
spite of what everyone thought, JNS in their mind was sure that they are going to see this through, and comfortably in the end.
Fantastic. What a squad. What champions. What champions.
Yeah.
Not to take anything away from Super Strikers as well.
Yes.
That they have played as champions as well.
Fantastic team, but they were probably fell short. That last 10% that you need in the fielding, and
He'll make a lot of difference there. Crucial
in the end, the defeat margin I think is what? How many runs? 30 runs. It's you can boil it down to 15 runs that they gave away in the misfields, and probably another 15 runs that JNS took. With their running between the wickets. So it's the small things in cricket. It's not only the big shots or the big wickets. It's how you play the whole game that matters. And JNS has shown That, it's becoming sort of a habit for them now, winning the Champions trophies.
Fantastic start. This tournament was brought by Sportivity Ventures, SDL 2022.
Yes, I think Mittal, Bulli, Kika, they all will be very, very proud of the way they have played this tournament. Kika seems to be missing out today, but I'm sure wherever he is, he's worked very hard.
They should be very proud of completing another successful tournament. This was fantastically arranged well with good
Fantastic commentators.
commentators, I must say, yes, and really ably supported with a good spirited cricket as well from all the teams, right from the Infinite Blasters to Rising Strikers to MSLI,
It will now be on to the
Rising Strikers, all have come up very nicely and played the game with the right spirit of cricket, should I say.
yes handshakes all around, and it will now be time for the presentations. It's me, Sami Bansali, and Chirag Joshi signing off.
Thank you guys, thank you very
Thank
much.
you.
उधर जाऊंगा तो आएगा ना.
Witnessed a fantastic match in the final between Jaguar and SVKM Super Strikers. A round of applause for both the team for battling out so hard in the well-fought final of this SDL tournament 2022. So, without taking much time, we'll start our award function here. The first award will go to the stylish player of the match.
So, word with you, few words with you. Congratulations. Well fought finals. Your thoughts on your team's performance today?
I feel that
Alright, we move to the next award. It's the most important award. Which,
we had a good start. Like even we lost a couple of wickets, but we maintained a run rate of 8 till the 10th, 11th over. Ran very well. That was had 5 spinners. We were confident that we would defend this field.
About your So a lot to learn for the other teams who are looking to catch JNS. If you really want to beat this team, you need to really bring your standards up. Thank you.
All right, thank you. And Atul, although the final is the very important match of the tournament, but we had some good batting and bowling performance throughout the tournament, and it's our time to applaud the best batsman and the best bowler of the tournament. So the best batsman of the tournament goes to someone who has scored over 250 runs in the tournament, Yogesh Wagh from Infinite Blasters.
अपने टीम में सेकंड अपने टीम में हाईएस्ट स्कोरर कौन है?
So I'll take the award from Yogesh's behalf. Thank you. We also have the best bowler award, best bowler of the tournament for someone who has took 14 wickets, bowled well in the final two. Jai Panda.
Congratulations, Jay. Fantastic bowling performance. Tied at the top place with Mayur Gala. I think you pipped him last minute in the run rate. And
bowling really well. Sambrilo. No, Mayur has been bowling really well in the season, and I'm just lucky enough to touch that mark. But I think it's the same effort that Atul said that we have been putting it. The pitches have been very supportive to spinners. We are lucky enough to have some quality spinners at our end, so that somewhere raises our confidence. But yeah, hard work and good fielding, because a spinner is always going to be dependent upon the fielders to take those catches. So most of the wickets, I'm glad that these guys took them, and that's why this belongs to me. So
did you have any set plans for the batsmen? Any few people whom you were really targeting that could take the game away from you?
That's a pointed question, but there were no specific targets. We have played against them, right? So everybody knows that. But more so, we wanted to play on our strengths. We wanted to utilize the conditions, and we wanted to force them to go aerial. Obviously the 3 runouts helped us, didn't help them. But the rest of the stuff, we bowled according to our plans, and no specific targeting to anyone.
Thank you so much, and we look forward.
Thank you, Sam and Jay. The next award is the most valuable player of the tournament. Again, it goes to Yogesh Wagh, who is not here. So I will again collect the award on his behalf from...
Some fantastic performances by Yogesh Wagh, winning the most valuable player also. That's from Infinite Blasters. Unfortunately, he is not here today, but Guru will take it on his behalf. Congratulations, Aziz. Not the way that you would have liked it to turn out, but you would be mighty proud. You've been unbeaten so far in the league stages, and when it came to the final match, unfortunately it didn't go your way. Your thoughts on what probably went wrong?
Can't take it from them. They are champions and they played like one. So really well played, guys. The difference has already been spoken about. There were few differences, the fielding of course, and the fitness. I feel the difference was the number of twos what they ran. We did not run even one.
15-20 runs more.
Yeah, and if it would have been 130, 135, there still would have been a chance for us. Yeah. So well played JNS. They really played like champions, and well played my team as well. Coming to the finals, unbeaten. Of course, hats off, guys.
A few words from you on the tournament so far. How did you like it? Anything?
Who wouldn't like coming in the finals here? And the setup and the organizing team, fantastic. I mean, nothing can be changed. Very well organized. Sportivity rocks.
Hopefully we get again in the finals.
We hand over the much awaited trophy to the winning team. Let's give a round of applause.
Yes. So tell me, Atul, how many trophies have you collected this season?
This is our second.
This is your second.
One trophy on Tuesday.
Okay. Oh, fantastic! That's a great run. And you already gave your thoughts. What else are your plans for this next coming season?
Coming season, I hope everyone comes for practice and we continue the form that we've had in the last few months.
We'll like to congratulate once again. Let's call your teammates on and enjoy it.